Hasta la vista, baby.
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Really hurt. Why is there no chocolate? Oh, there it is. Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Thursday night. And you know what that means, don't you? Of course you do. It's Quiz Arena Live time, because it's Thursday night at 7:30. We'd like to welcome all of you out there in the chat and playing along at home for 4 rounds of fun, frivolity, and hopefully mayhem. But I can't do this alone, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, no. I had to rope in some people to come and join me. And so we hope that you are going to help join them as well by welcoming them with a round of applause, even if it's in your own home. All the neighbors look at you going, what the hell are they doing? You can clap along and welcome Chloe Guno and Joshua Belinfante. Welcome, guys. How you going?
Hello. How's it going?
Woo! Wiggly arms. They're going well. You're going well too, Chloe?
Yes, yeah, going well. Bit nervous, but we're ready.
No, it's good, it's good. You've got the greenery around you, you're ready and raring to see it. Oh, fantastic, beautiful. It's good zen to go along with it. And look, I'm going to give you a point for the greenery already. There you go. Points have been accrued already, ladies and gentlemen, because the points don't matter. Fantastic. Well, awesome to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we have Rhiannon Elizabeth Irons in the shadows in the background. Are you there, Rhiannon?
No, of course I am, darling.
Ah, beautiful. So good to see you. Are you doing well?
I am actually. It's been a hectic week, but things are starting to smooth sailing. And I mean, let's face it, we all know that I love being here.
Yes, it's always fun. It's always a highlight of my week, and so good to see. And we have these 2 special guests here, which have a lot of accolades to tell us about. We have a model, which is Chloe Guno, and we also have Joshua Belinfante, who is an award-winning filmmaker from the Sydney, Short Film Festival, the SF3. That's right. So, Josh, would you mind telling us a little bit about your fantastic film and what's happening on out there?
Oh, thanks so much for that lovely intro there, Richard. Yeah, I was lucky enough to screen a short film at the Sydney Smartphone Film Festival about a month ago, and we were lucky enough to pick up Best Micro Film for that festival, which was super awesome. And yeah, I'm a filmmaker based in Australia, and always looking for the next story.
Cool, awesome, fantastic. Have you got anything in the works that's happening at the moment that you're sort of brewing up, or like an idea of just going, I don't know, I can see a bag of cheese and someone slipping over?
It's really interesting you mentioned a bag of cheese, because my short film was literally a bunch of cheeses talking to each other in a supermarket and kind of doxing each other. So that was really strange that you mentioned that. Yeah, lots of projects. I'm always making things. I've actually just released my debut feature documentary, which is on SBS, which I'm super stoked about. And just, yeah, working on the next big projects now too.
Beautiful. Oh, fantastic. Great stuff to hear. We've also got the links to your SBS film as well that's in the description underneath. So if you go down into our video description underneath, you'll be able to see the links for everyone's there, their social tags and where to find them on Twitter or the Instaverse. And also, Chloe, as well, we've got your Instagram up there as well, because I know that you used to be a model and you're an actress now, getting out and about there. So would you like to tell us a little bit about your career?
Oh, I mean, how long do you have?
We can do it brief. We'll have to do that thing of like 20 years in one short model.
All
Your best
right,
accolades. Yes, favorite moments, best people to work with. Always feel free to name drop. Hell knows I always do.
Oh, I don't think I'm legally allowed to name drop yet, unfortunately. But the minute I
Oh,
can, I will.
that
So
in
the thing
itself, and it sure is a name drop.
I suppose so, yes. I'm excited for this particular project to come out at some point in the year. Let's get really vague so we're not ruining any NDAs out there.
Ooh.
But yeah, no, I've been acting and modeling for quite a while. I started modeling when I was 16 and then I fell into acting. Funny enough, actually, it was Andy Mintria who you had recently who got me into acting.
Oh,
So it was
yes.
quite a cool thing to see. I was like, yeah, Andy.
Beautiful. And another person with
Yeah.
the SBS logo tied in there as well.
True, and also a Canberra person because we are actually cool in the capital. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put that out there.
That's it.
So,
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't just the chaser that sort of like, put you guys on the map. I'm sure it had some political reference as well that made it significant. But no, it's a lovely place. I've only been there a couple of times, and I was going to say, and relate it to Adelaide. Now, I mean this in the nicest way because I love Adelaide. It's a beautiful city. And I know that's the quote, but it really is. I've been to South Africa as well, and so the landscape is it's just gorgeous. So yes, no, big shout out to Canberra as well.
who knew I would ever say that? As a teenager, I never thought I would be like, "Woo, small towns," but here we are. So that's
That's
kind of
it.
nice.
No, and that's the good thing about this modern futuristic world we're in. I mean, it gives the chance for everybody, even in a small town or a big city, to be connected this way. So it's great to see that out there. And a shout out to everybody else out there in the chat. We've got Phil Robinson, we've got Madam Macabre, we've got Donovan Montgomery, Darren, Kate Miller, we've got Ghoul Fiends. Hello, welcome. Hope you're not out there in the morgue. Hopefully we're saving that a little bit later and you don't have to get the chilling feet. And we've got Joshua, you're already out there sending the love. So good to see. Beautiful stuff. Getting engaged in there, and we love the community that is creating. Unity is what this show is about, so we love to see you guys and the camaraderie that you build in there. Beautiful stuff. And Donovan Montgomery going, woohoo, Adelaide already. Good stuff. Shouting out and confetti. Exactly. Great stuff. So what's happening in our entertainment news? There's been a lot happening this week, Ree, and I know that you've always got your finger on the pulse.
Yeah, well, I usually do, but tonight I want to specifically take one look at one film that was released today in Australia, and it stars our beloved Nicolas Cage. So it is called The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, where Nick Cage plays, well, a fictionalized version of himself that he accepts $1 million to attend a birthday party of a superfan played by Pedro Pascal. And I gotta say, I died laughing at the trailer, so I am looking forward to checking this film out. I thoroughly, Nick Cage is one of my guilty pleasures. He's one of those actors that, just doesn't care.
Yeah.
But when he makes a comeback, he makes a really big comeback. So
Yes.
he's been wowing me a lot in the horror genre lately, so I'm looking forward to seeing him in a bit of a comedy.
Oh, that's so cool because as well, you just mentioned the horror tie in there, and they had that sort of Five Nights at Freddy's tie sort of thing. I think it was Wally's.
Yeah, Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. That's right, and that's it. I love the sort of performers that you can just let them go and see what they create. Jim Carrey as well as another performer like that, who is very understated as a dramatic performer as well. I mean, you look at, I just recently saw again Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I mean, what an amazing film. Like, there's one shot, it's all one take, and the digital and visual effects that they did in that to change storefronts and play with the time aspect. It was just revolutionary in itself. So yeah, if you haven't seen that one, check that one out. Kate Winslet and Jim Carrey, but other performers like Nicolas Cage as well, like that are understated. Like it's just something that you want as a director too to see. I'm not too sure if Joshua, that's something that you would want to see on your sort of set. Do you like the performers to really let loose and then want to reel them in, or do you want someone who you have to push off the cliff?
I love seeing what actors bring to the table. I love that bargaining process of just having that conversation about what they want to do, where they're going to go with it. And then sometimes you have to rein them in. Sometimes it gets a little too, I'm a thespian. It depends on the genre of film you're making as well. But I love working with actors and seeing what they come up with, the broad spectrum of ideas and performances.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you work with performers who sort of get there on the job and they just sort of like, yep, we know what we're doing. They're prepared, or at least have a container of what to do. A lot of actors, I think, have a lot of worry of going, we have to have every answer of where did I pick my feet in Poughkeepsie or whatever, you know. It doesn't need to be that intricate. As long as you have the basis to be able to be molded with the director, as you say, it's got to be a back and forth. And that's that organic process that I think scares a lot of actors coming into it. But you know, once you're in there, you feel comfortable and you can just play, and that's where that organicness comes from. Beautiful stuff as well out there. If there's been anybody who has this particular technique, I know that I've been doing a lot of teaching as well around. Everyone's got their own favorite style, so if you have been a person who has studied the dramatic arts out there in any aspect and you have a favorite style, whip them on down there, because I know I have a favourite. But it also is a good mention to guilty pleasures. Chloe, do you have any guilty pleasures that you go to, whether it be music or films or anything, games?
Definitely. I love writing. So I tend to write a lot of comedy, and I tend to push the boundaries quite hard in my writing. So that's possibly my guilty pleasure. So if there's any frustrations in the world, or I didn't like my job, I will put it in a comedic sense, and I will times it by 10 and make it absolutely absurd, and it will just sort of release, I suppose, any of the feelings that you have, and you're like, ha 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 ha, I am hilarious, I just blew up that, and then in real life it's normal and you actually feel somewhat sane. So I do have that guilty pleasure of being insane in my writing, so that I am relatively normal in real life.
That's it, yeah. It's not clinically, like, you know, proven if it's in a creative sense. Exactly. I'm sure there's many directors. There's actually a director, I think, who's known for that. He said in an interview, not saying that this is you, but he said, I'm glad I was a film director, because otherwise I would have been a serial killer or something to that effect. I know, right? Yes. And again, not relating back to it, but it's like that cathartic thing that you're allowed to put situations either that you're living in or fantasize about doing, like, you know, oh, I should have said this in that moment, or I should have done this, or what if this happened? Like, you know, it gives you that sort of outlet. So that's so good as well. And again, that's the start of most creative processes, the book, the story, or the script. And so it's so good to see that you're creating this sort of stuff as well, but it's also cathartic.
Definitely. And it's fun to play when you get to do it as well. Even sort of what Joshua was talking about before, when an actor can kind of bring their visions on it and have that back and forth. Because I come from the writing to acting, and then I guess Josh is from the directing onwards. So it's a nice, I guess, timeline that we have for tonight. But I love seeing what I've written and then what an actor will bring to the table that I possibly didn't see in the character. And I'm like, oh, that's a really cool twist. And them letting their catharsis out as well, going, oh, you really wished you said that to your boss, didn't you? And like, oh, yeah, it feels good.
Yes.
And like, oh, good, get it out.
Yes. Yeah, when you can see the white in their eyes and you go, oh, yes, that's real, but it's not directed at me. It's out of the scenario. I love it. That's as well something that brings it up. I am a big improviser in my scenes. And a lot of the time when I'm working with people, you have to, you know, have the continuity of a scene, but you'll want to play off their direction that they're giving you, especially if you're just reading the lines and it's their close-up or whatever. Is that something that you like playing with? Or even in your writing sense, do you like the expounding of the creative choices that an actor might take of something that you've written?
Definitely. I actually sometimes even leave things like, you know, this is the idea that I would like you to say, and then I just want to see how you play with it. So it's bringing them into the direction that I want for the storytelling, so that I still have my story arc. But I also just want to see what they want to bring to the table, because I find that the more you let people play, the more interesting the stories can get. And sometimes they're wild, and it's literally outside the realms of your personal imagination. Totally. And it helps me expand my imagination to go, damn, that's a really cool character. I can actually use that in another scenario or a complete other film or genre. So I really like sometimes just giving a very brief set of guidelines and saying, improvise roughly this.
Yeah.
And just play.
Oh, that's
So,
so good. I'm sure as well you would appreciate that from an acting perspective, as well, going a director who's giving you that ability to do it. That's so good as well. And even I just was thinking off the top of my head, part of neurolinguistical programming that I did, I was looking at a lot of different interviews of people who read social cues and things like this. And you mentioned comedy in there. I just wanted to mention there's 4 main archetypes in which I think it was Scott Rouse mentioned, who has a YouTube channel out there, and he does a lot of social cue analyzing. But the 4 types of basic comedy, you've got associative, which is like, you associate to it, anything that associates with it works. You've got self-deprecative, you've got self-grandizing, and you've got aggressive. And the Jerry Lewis is usually the example that I like to make with aggressive style, because that's usually the one where you're making the person you're making a joke about the butt of the joke. You know what I mean? The self-deprecating is usually like the idea of you're making fun of yourself. Hamish from Hamish and Andy, the Australian radio people, and I think he's still doing the Lego Masters, which, I love. I don't know. That's another guilty pleasure of mine, at least. Lego Masters, I always love that. I'm an architect at heart as a little child playing with bricks. And no Superglue if you've seen the movie. But self-grandizing and self-deprecating, you can play with a lot of those things, and we recently had the unfortunate passing of Gilbert Gottfried, who used that so well, self-grandizing and self-deprecative, most of the time in a two-handed sort of joke. You'd be surprised, because a lot of his humor was quite dirty, that a lot of his the way he was using comedy was quite highbrow, similar to that of Jimmy Carr, how he'll make a joke that's quite offensive, but the comedy part of that isn't where you're expecting it to be. It's not about the subject matter. It's about the flip or the twist or the turn, if you're a magician. Beautiful. But I also mentioned guilty pleasures out there. And Josh, I would love to know if you have any guilty pleasures, whether it be music or video games or old style games or anything.
I love it all. I mean, I try and experience all ranges of films. I watch all of the big roller coaster movies, all of the new TV shows.
Like Final Destination 3.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I love big, amazing films. I appreciate all the craft that goes into making it. I play a lot of video games too. That's a lot of fun. I'm not shy about that.
Ooh, do you have a favorite video game?
Oh man, I used to play a lot of Overwatch and a lot of Diablo.
Yes,
and
love Overwatch.
Yeah, so a lot of those things. A lot of Animal Crossing, that kind of single-handedly got me through a lot of the pandemic, which I'm sure it did for a lot of people. Just couldn't go outside, so I was on my island paradise. There we go. Yeah, Chloe's got a Switch there as well. So maybe we'll visit each other's islands. But now we can do that. We can actually go out and do things. So those are my guilty pleasures. A little snapshot.
Beautiful. That's so good. I always love to hear things that have influenced people either in a creative way or just a life-sustaining way. Something that keeps us going and waking up every morning. So that's so good to hear out there. And let us know as well at home if you have any guilty pleasures out there in the chat. Get on down there as well and expound on any nostalgia, because of course, Quiz Arena Live is, if not anything else, but a Frankenstein of nostalgia. So share out your love. You'll be surprised the amount of links and comparisons that you'll be able to make out there. And Rhiannon, what's been happening out there in the chat? Because I've been noticing it whizzing by, and people are sharing the love, making Nick Cage references.
Yes. Oh, it's great to see that. Yeah, Nick Cage brings out the best in a lot of people by the sounds of it. Mandy was another horror movie that he did that was a trip and a half, and if you haven't seen it, I do highly recommend it. There was also a mention of Robin Williams was another understated, serious actor, and comedians tend to be. Yeah. They have that ability to go really, really dark, and quite frankly, I must admit, a lot of my favorite Robin Williams performances were dark films, like 1 Hour Photo.
Yes.
There is also mention... Steve Maresca's in chat, so actors would be horrible serial killers, as we would just peacock too much.
Be the first to be off.
And like, trust Adam to come back with a comeback there, saying no one would suspect the coroner. So yes, he is in the morgue tonight.
I had a flash of the Predators movie, or the one where they have all of the serial killer, all the different killers and stuff like that. Machete was in that, wasn't he? Danny Trejo?
Yes.
Trejo? Sorry, I mispronounced the name. I'm so sorry if I get any mispronunciations. Trio. Yes, there you go. Awesome. That's
Yes.
so good. I saw a mention, of the body count already in the morgue, so it's good to see that you're out there and references that aren't going to be things that I can say until we get to Under the Covers, which of course, ladies and gentlemen, is playing after this. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you can subscribe to the Under the Covers tier, and you can join us for our raunchy reviews and see the Buffy the Vampire Slayer parody this week. So join in there because it's always a lot of fun, and chaos is ensuing. It's good fun. And good fun to be had. And we have many games as well to be played tonight. We have a new game, or at least going to try some new things. There was a new, we're going to have a whole night of new games, but we also have one left over from our Disney special. So if you guys didn't see that as well, that was last week, and the link is still up out there. You'll be able to find it if you go onto the QUIZarenaLIVE site or the Rushcutter Entertainment YouTube channel page. You'll be able to find all that out there. And we also have there our New Year's Eve special, in which case Rhiannon and I were watching some fantastic explosions in the sky over Sydney and over Queensland's beautiful Brisbane and Gold Coast area, and you will have the chance at winning a online escape room thanks to virtualescaping.com. So lovely people over there have given us the opportunity for you guys to win one of their 4 current escape rooms and play with up to 6 of your friends and compete them, with them and see who's going to come out on top. It's a great bonding thing if you want to do it for work or, I don't know, school. I don't know, some of them are a bit macabre. But we also have the opportunity at the end of this season as well. We're going to have a go at the Artifact Isle, which is this one right here. And I'm really looking forward to that because it's all bright and colourful. So you guys can join us for that one, and make sure that you subscribe to the Rushcutter Entertainment YouTube channel so that you can catch up on all of those goodies. And we're still uploading each of our games very randomly and slowly. I think we only just recently uploaded one of Andy Triu's ones, which is first season. So I'm very, very slow and behind. I'm so sorry, but I only have Thursday to do all this. But yes, we're good to see it. And thank you. Let us know as well out there. We mentioned small towns. I was hoping that was going to spur on some people who are in some remote locations. I myself am in Sydney. We've got Rhiannon up there in Queensland. We want to know if you guys are in a small town as well out there, so that, we can share the love. We made an Adelaide call out there too, so if there's the one person in Adelaide, if you're not drunk on the wines already, you can give us a wave out there. So beautiful stuff. Nicely done. Shall we have a look at our spin wheel?
Naturally. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's have a gander at it. Beautiful. If we're up there. Oh, look, there's Andy as well already up there. We've got Viewer's Choice, You Bet Your Life, Player's Choice, Jackpot Rupt, Spin Again, which is my personal favourite, Chrono Loco, Josh points, which day the what stood where, and Chloe points. So if Chloe or Josh, you land on your respective square or segment or pizza pie box thing, you guys are going to get 5 points. So obviously, Josh, you would get 5 points if it lands on yours, and Chloe, you would get 5 points if it lands on yours. If it lands on Jackpot Rupt, all of your points go down to 0. Oh no. If we land on Viewer's Choice, the viewers out there, it's your chance to get into the chat and tell us what game you want to see us play. And if it's Player's Choice, our special guests here get to choose which game we are going to play. And because there's 2 of them, who knows? It could be a crazy time. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Do you guys, just from that quick, brief description there, probably don't have any idea of what any of the games are just yet, just like me, but do you have a favourite?
Oh, you know that on that wheel, my favorite's going to be Chrono Loco. Just to hear you say Chrono Loco.
Chrono Loco. Oh, look, if it's not going to be Sean McAuliffe saying it on Mad as Hell each week, it'll be me saying it each week here. Beautiful, but Chloe, do you have a favourite that was up there? I'll bring it back up again. So we got...
To be honest, let's just spin the wheel. It's going to be, I'll find my favorite while playing, I suppose.
I like it. It's good. It's very zen. That's beautiful. I love it. Jumping straight in
there. Doing some magic. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, bring it. Bring it forth. Points already. See, look, already you've got 5 points just by mentioning the magic. So, yes, beautiful stuff. And Josh, do you have a favorite that's out there whilst I...
I'm so curious on the Viewer's Choice. That sounds... delightful. I don't know. What are people going to do? It's all up in the air. It's all a game of chance. I love it.
I know. It's all up in the air, and it could be anyone's game tonight. So already we've got points up there. We're ready to get into it. Oh, good. Darren saying LA representing in the house. We got Kate Miller saying in Launceston. Hi from Tassie. Phil Robertson's in his TARDIS. Crashed in Hobart. Still can't get out. Oh no, he'll have to be getting his sonic screwdriver out there and fixing those up. And Gulfiends representing from Brisbane as well. And Jordan M from small regional town Brisbane. Beautiful. Garbage in Swahili, lol. Beautiful stuff. So already we've got people from all around the world ready to play at another Quiz Arena Live. And Chloe jumping in there by saying we want to spin that wheel. So let's go into it, ladies and gentlemen. Each week you enjoy it because it could just be a poker of fun. But before we do that, we have to find out who is going to be going first. And I'm going to be saying ladies first. So Chloe, you're going to call it. Which would you like, heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads. Beautiful stuff. Well, let's flip it and see. Oh, tails! Unfortunately, you did not get the flip, and it means Joshua, you are going to be getting our first spin of that wheel. So here we go. Nicely done.
I can't believe I did it.
Yeah, you want to land on your name. Here we go.
All right. I'm spinning. Here we go. Did I just get points? How did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I did it.
You just got 5 points.
I won.
2, 3, 4,
wow.
5. You won that. Nicely
this
done.
Many.
Already.
I can't believe it.
Already ahead at 8 points. And that means that you get to choose from Chrono Loco, Which Day the What Stood Where, or You Bet Your Life. Or as I like to say, You Bet Your Wife, just because puns.
Wow. So I get to choose between the two of them. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad with choice.
Yes,
Option
Chrono
paralysis.
Loco, Which Day the What Stood Where, or You Bet Your Life. Or Wife.
Let's do You Bet Your Life. That sounds interesting. All right.
I like it. Beautiful. It's the first time we've played it, and already we've only got a couple of points, but this is the game that you might know if you've seen it on TV, or even there's great old reruns on YouTube, which I would highly recommend you guys checking out. You can see all of the episodes, even the pilot, which I'm not too sure was aired, but you can check them all out there, because of course this show was hosted by Groucho Marx. The famous person from the Marx Brothers, and of course it had a whole bunch of gimmicks in it, and one of which you could bet your points. So let's go into the game of You Bet Your Wife. You gotta love the glitchy old technology, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Beautiful stuff. So yes, our game of You Bet Your Life. Or wife, depending on whether or not you are hitched. I'm gonna bring this up into our backboard there, because it's our new game. Every week, you know, if we play a new game, I haven't prepared it. So I'm just whipping that up behind our screen now as we filibuster and talk about anything, really.
You know, I'm surprised you haven't asked me for a sports update yet.
Good point. Sports. Is anything happening in sports?
Well, there is, but not my code. So the AFL is not playing tonight, but the NRL is. So that's the National Rugby League for those of you following along. And tonight it is the Cronulla Sharks up against the Manly Sea Eagles. And while they are playing, they're literally 1 minute into the game so far. Scores are naturally nothing. But yeah, it should be an interesting game.
Cool.
Well, at least from where I'm sitting, because I don't care about either team.
Nice. Well, I don't understand sports, so you're more au fait with it, because, yeah, otherwise it'd be just a football to the face for me. But we have some questions in this new game, and I've got two prepared, but Rhiannon, I was thinking, we should make these somewhat difficult, but also somewhat that the people in the future that play this game can do their homework. So I wanted to make these questions all about past episodes of Quiz Arena Live. I've got one in my head. We want to ask them about 4, maybe. And I've got 2 questions that are from QI. So if you guys know the TV show out there, quite interesting. These are all questions that hopefully, you might be in a ballpark of knowing, but you probably won't know at all. But our players will be able to bet the amount of points that they want to. They can bet 0 points if they want. Or should we put a stipulation of 1? I don't know. It's the first time it's been played. Haha.
They have to bet a point at least.
A point.
Otherwise, where's the fun in that?
Good point. Points. Even though we're not playing.
Fantastic.
Exactly. Fantastic. All round. Great stuff. So let's go back into our scoreboard as I bring up the QI thing. There we go. That's all I wanted to do because we don't really need that screen. It's just a backboard. Great stuff. And because, Josh, it is your first go, you get the choice of first question. So here we go. How many points? You have 8 points. How many points would you like to bet?
I'm going to bet 2 points on something.
2 points. Good stuff. So 2 points. You're going to get this question right. If you get this question right, you get 2 points. Nicely
Oh,
done.
wow.
Beautiful stuff. We might even, because it's our first round, we can double it. So if you win, you'll get double points. So I'm happy to give you 4 points. Beautiful stuff. Yes. Oh, actually, it's new games. So many choices. My mind's a bash of ideas. I kind of want to open it up so that Chloe also has the choice of going the opposite or also having a choice as well. If you're willing to do that, I'm happy for both of you. You can bet.
Let's do it.
Beautiful. Awesome. Chloe, would you like to bet a point or more? And if you're going to get this right or wrong?
Oh, as in I can bet if I'm going to get it wrong?
Oh, that's a good point. Now, no, not just yet, because it's our first round.
That's a very interesting tactic.
I feel like you can. Yes. Yeah. You mentioned it. Yes. I say you can do that.
Well, knowing my skill set in particular games, I might actually bet 1 point on me getting it wrong. But if we can,
Cool. So if you get it wrong,
take their game, I'm happy to match the bet and try my best to get it right, I suppose.
No, I like it because it encourages you to make an answer. Even if it's wrong or it's willingly wrong, you're still giving it a go. So awesome stuff there. I like it. Beautiful. Rhiannon, remember these because I don't know math. But here is our first question. So for both of you, how many oceans are there on Earth? You're going to say, was it 7?
7.
You're going to say 7? Awesome. And Josh?
I'm trying to add them up.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no time limit or anything like this. Feel free. I should have the Jeopardy sort of like dun dun dun.
It would have been great if I had a world map just in front of me right here. That would have been awesome.
Or if it was through. Like the virtual background you've got behind you. And
That's
like,
it.
I can't actually see it. This is so confusing. So you're like,
yeah.
Everyone's just getting a Kenneth Williams view. Yes, matron here and there. But people out there in the chat too, if you think that you know, try not to Google it. Try and really play along out there so that you can definitely take those points. And especially if you're playing there by yourself, you'll know and you'll be able to have that little warm feeling inside of going, I'm a Pillsbury Doughboy for some reason. Good. So how many oceans are there on Earth is the question.
I really hope my high school geography teacher is not watching this.
Nice.
Because he's going to be really angry. Look, I'm going to go with 4 or 5, maybe. I don't know.
With a question mark? I like it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 4 or 5, and Chloe
4.
is going 7, but she's bet that she's going to get it wrong. And good. Awesome.
I wish I didn't do that now.
I kind of think it's like more of a sure thing than you think. We've got Gulfiends as well, adding 4 by adding out there in Pacific, Indian, Atlantic, and the last one, Arctic out there. Good stuff. So interesting. Now, I did mention that these are from QI, so there are always some interesting things that go with it. And I haven't, I do. I have little things here. So one of you got it right.
You got it!
Having said that, you were betting to get it wrong, so any answer that you made technically would have been right, unless it was the correct answer, which you didn't give the correct answer. But there is only one ocean on the Earth, and it covers 71% of its surface. It's one body of water. So technically, it's one ocean. I know.
Trick question. Look at that.
I know.
Got us.
2 points off. And 1 point off. Nicely
I was
done.
thinking of the old seven Seas.
Yes.
Not
Wait a minute. No, you were betting you were going to get it wrong, so you got it right. So there you go.
Hey.
6 and 6. Bang! And that's how it's played, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! Good stuff. So 1 question down, and now for our second question. Now I want to make this question. This one isn't from QI. This one is from the intro that you guys have seen every week. Okay? Now, it's going to be a double-layered question because all of you who have seen it, you would have noticed there are many laughs in the intro sequence. But there is one specific laugh that is done by Jack Torrance from The Shining. Just after that sound effect, there is another sound effect from a very famous movie. What is that movie? Or what is the sound effect? I know, this is one of those ones where it's just like, yeah, unfortunately, like you've technically seen it. It's like that new Jimmy Carr game. I literally just told you. Like you literally just saw it. But it's very difficult to see, and every time I watch it, it's like in the background, it sort of goes with the flow of the music. So I kind of like it because I definitely think that no one's going to be able to pick what this one is. But out there in the chat, if you think you know, you've seen it every week, get in there, and these guys will take those and you could be helping or hindering. And if you guys see it from the chat, take those points. If you read it out and you get it right, you'll get the points. Yeah? But that's right, we have to bet. So I've already asked the question. How many points? At least 1 point. But who knows? You could get it right. It's a famous
Can I bet all my points that I'm going to get this wrong?
Oh, I think to bet it wrong, I'm going to add in the stipulation you can only bet 1 point.
Okay, I'm going to bet 1 point that I'm going to get this wrong.
Okay, good. Awesome. So you'll get 1 point if you get it wrong. Good. Awesome. And because Chloe's already done that, another new rule is going, you can't tip the butcher. So you can't do the same thing twice. There you go. Yes! I love it. It all makes sense in the end, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. What would you like to bet points-wise, Chloe?
Look, I'm going to go 1 point for hoping that I get it right, knowing the answer, but let's do it anyway. Let's gamble tonight.
I like it. Beautiful. So throwing down 1 point each. But one person has the chance of getting it wrong, which is right, which is, doing my head in. Cool. Yes, Nona would have known this exactly, and I'm sure a couple of you out there, if Lux Voco is out there, he wrote the music, and so I'm pretty sure he would know the sequence in which it's there. So there is that. It's the laugh from Jack Torrance when he first sees Lloyd the bartender, and so he says, I sell my soul for a goddamn beer," and then he looks up right into the POV of the camera. And he says something like "slow night, night, Lloyd," and then just laughs, like really out in the front of the camera. Right after that, there's a sound effect, and it's from a Steven Spielberg film. A film that this year has a sequel releasing. Maybe that's helped people out there. Come on, guys. If you could help or hinder, just chuck in anything you know. So if you know any of the references from the intro, especially sound effects-wise, chuck them in the chat there because they'll be stealing those points. Yes, because then you want to do that. Yeah?
Indiana Jones, but he's not directing that. And it doesn't come out till next year. What's the other sequel he's making this year? I'm trying to think.
Feel free to rattle them off. It's only until you lock one in, that's when I'm going to go, yeah.
I want to get this wrong anyway, so...
Nice. Well, this is a good chance to try neurolinguistical programming and seeing if I can be read. I am terrible at poker, or is that a read in itself? I'm terrible at, what's it, the RuPaul, the library is open. I'm awful at that game, the whole, whatever that is, even remembering it. So we've got Band of Brothers out there, also lost here. Oh no, Lux, if you're out there, you might know. Beautiful. You could just rattle off any sort of Steven Spielberg film that you know.
AI. Catch Me If You Can. There would not be a sequel to that.
No. So thinking as well, if there's a sequel of a film coming out.
That he's directing or producing?
I don't know if he's directing this one, actually. He directed the reference. He definitely directed the reference.
Okay.
Yeah, so the sound effect that this film is from in the intro, he definitely directed. The current one that's being released this year, I don't know.
Is there a Ready Player 2?
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't think so.
Phil Robinson saying The Color Purple.
Oh,
we got West Side Story. Sorry, yes. The chat could be helping out. What did you say on that one?
Are they redoing Schindler's List, or was that just talk?
I don't think so. No.
I don't know how you could. I mean, it would be interesting to do a sequel to that film to see his life.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Darren may know out there. It has been mentioned in the chat there, so I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2. Lock one in. What's your answer?
I want to get this wrong, so I'm going to say West Side Story 2.
Nice. Beautiful West Side Story 2. Yes, awesome. And Chloe, what would you say? Locking one in.
Okay, let's just go with, I don't know. I think the last thing I saw
Darren,
was Jurassic Park, so there's many of them. I don't see why it wouldn't
taking
be
a risk. I like it, but it's locked in now. There's nothing you can do. It's locked in there now. You were betting a point, was it? That's right. And you have to get this right for that point. Otherwise, it'll be a point off. Actually, double points. So if you get it right, you get 2 points. Oh. And Josh, you're playing for this to get it wrong. So if you get it wrong, you're going to lose that point. Beautiful stuff.
Yes.
I can't remember. What was your answer again? It was...
I just like the idea of there being a West Side Story 2.
Nice. Well, it did have a reboot or a reimagining. I'm not too sure how they say
a couple months ago. I'd be very impressed if he made a sequel already.
Exactly. Already to that one. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, no, it wasn't that, but you did get it incorrect, which means you got a point. Nicely done. And Chloe, you got it right. So you got 2 points. Nicely done. It was Jurassic Park. It is the roar of the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Yep, so when you guys watch this as well, it should be playing as well in our outro as well, so now you'll be able to listen to it. So when you hear Jack Torrance do that laugh, that sort of laugh, you'll be able to hear very faintly the T-Rex roar from that one. So yeah, beautiful stuff. Great stuff. Well, we've got another... Yeah, I know, right? Now, Rhiannon, do you have a question that you would like to ask? Well, I'll get them to bet their points first because I skipped the gun on the last one. So, betting your points now on whether or not you're going to be able to get Rhiannon's question correct.
Yes, bet away while I flip through my book of.
While I put you on the spot.
I'll bet 1 point. I'll be very conservative now in this game of poker.
Nice, beautiful. Awesome. So 1 point if you're going to get it correct. Nicely done. Because can't tip the butcher, of course. I like the whole tipping of the butcher thing. It makes me be onto it. So it's just like, no, you can't do that because you did it last time, huh? Beautiful. And Chloe, what are you going to take a risk? Are you going to...
I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to double my effort. So 2 points.
2 points.
For getting it right.
Nicely done. Beautiful stuff. 2 points for getting it right. And so that means you're getting 4 points if you get it correct. And Josh, you'll be getting 2 points if you get it correct. Beautiful stuff. Rhiannon, do you have a question there? I have a question if not.
I do. The question will be, do you want it from the movie genre or would you like it something about QUIZarena?
Ooh, let's go something about QUIZarena.
Excellent, because this was one of my favorite questions that cropped up in our Expedition North Pole extravaganza.
Awesome.
So, in episode 14, how many times did Richard's smoke alarm go off?
Yeah, good point. I'm glad this is a good question. Again, if you guys have seen that episode, I think we had Daniel Gorski, he's not a contact juggler, and he is a juggler, but he juggles strange things like cigar boxes and hats and stuff. Really, really cool. And who else was in that one?
Cameron Dunn.
Cameron Dunn, exactly, who returned many, many times and was on a recent episode. Beautiful stuff. Steve Maresca saying 4, question mark. Beautiful stuff. So
was the battery dead, or was there a reason for it?
There was a reason.
There was a reason. Okay. Did you light something on fire?
No, but there was plenty of smoke.
Okay.
Are we counting like the amount of beeps or just how many times it actually went off?
It went off.
How many times it actually went off?
Like I would run out of the room, it would stop. I would come back in, go, yep, let's go back to the show, and then it would go off again. Oh, good question. I like it. Phil Robinson's got it right. Points, Phil Robinson.
I mean, it sounds 4.
Yeah, it sounds like it was super annoying. So it could have been as high as like 6, but I like the number 3. 3 is a lovely thing in screenwriting and film. So I'm just going to go for 3.
So I wasn't reading his number there. All I saw was Fog Machine, and that was the reason. I saw that he had also put a number down, and I don't know. I honestly don't think it's that, but I don't know the answer. Like, this is the one question I don't know the answer of. But it's charging, so yes. It's either going to be a bomb going off and another smoke alarm will go off, or we'll try and reoccur it. But yes, awesome. So out there we've got many, many suggestions. So let's lock one in. So for this one, Chloe's betting 2 points, so she has the chance of winning 4 or taking away 2. And Josh is betting 1 point with the chance of winning 2 or losing 1. Beautiful. So let's lock it in. How many times did my smoke alarm go off?
I'm going to say 4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was saying 3.
3. Beautiful stuff. Well, what is our answer, Ree?
Your smoke alarm went off 4 times.
Oh,
4 times.
wow.
Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And beautiful. And lost a point, unfortunately.
She's
Josh.
done it.
I know. Already.
It's not my day.
I know.
Look.
Now, we usually do these in 5. If you have another question there, Ree, would you like to ask one more
Of
question?
course I do.
Beautiful stuff, because I have
know
one more as
me.
well, and I kind of want to end with this one. Cool. So you go.
Excellent. Well, in that case,
Oh, wait, pause. Let's bet points first.
yeah.
So how many points would you like to bet? So at the current points, we have Chloe Guno on 12 points and Josh Belinfante on 6 points. So how many would you like to bet?
My points are dropping like flies.
I know, right?
Can I bet like half a point?
No, only integers.
Okay, I'll bet 2 points.
Cool, bet 2 points to get it correct. Nicely done.
Yep.
Awesome. And Chloe, how many would you like to bet?
I'm just going to keep going up by 1. So we're going to go 3 points now.
I like it. Yes, it's a system. Beautiful stuff. So the chance at winning 6 points or the chance at winning 4 points. Beautiful stuff. Or reducing said points that Rhiannon, you can please remind me at the end because, too many numbers already. After a hard day of remembering white balances and everything. Oh, craziness.
Well, it's a good thing that one of us is a mathematical genius.
That's it, exactly. And modest too. Beautiful.
If it weren't for me, you would still be in that escape room.
Yeah, crying in the corner. Beautiful. I always make these jokes and I have to stop myself because otherwise, under the covers, that's what that's for. Anyway, so we've got our points. What's our question?
Well, this one could probably be reserved for Under the Covers, but it was one of my favorite questions, again, from the Xmas Extravaganza episode. Which suggestive sound effect is now in Richard's search history?
Yeah. If there's anyone in the FBI.
How does anyone else have access to your search history?
Oh, trust me, the sound effect makes an appearance in our chicken or egg stinger.
I told you I didn't know how to work Twitter.
I'd like to know what Google suggests for you for Christmas. That's what I'm curious about now after hearing that particular question.
I have to be careful when I swipe through my Facebook feeds and stuff like that. And they're like, "What do you watch? What do you like?" And it's just like, no. It's like on Wish, no matter what you're looking at, it's just like, "Mum, I'll buy you a present" or something like this. And it's just like, "What is that for?" And you're like, "Don't ask."
I'm gonna ask the audience for this one.
Beautiful.
Yeah. There's
Awesome.
a few suggestions in the audience.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, definitely. And again, just tying straight into Under the Covers. So it's the best advertisement we could ask for. So great stuff. Well, yes, they have seen it before, and we have some subscribers to our Patreon out there, so they probably would know as well. So yes, what would you guys like to lock in as your answer?
I'm gonna lock in Squirt because the people have spoken.
The people have spoken, and they have said Squirt. A character in Finding Nemo. I like that. Yes, beautiful. And what would you be saying, Chloe?
I mean, going off the character in Finding Nemo, I suppose the you made me ink.
Ink?
Maybe.
Nice. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. Well, what is our answer, Ree?
Oh dear, it is the squirt sound effect.
Oh.
The squirt sound effect.
I did something right.
So is that right? 4 points?
4 points.
Nice. And -2. Oh, 3
Three.
points. Look at
I'm not
that.
even
It's
mad.
already
I
shifted.
love that you have that.
I know, right?
Yeah,
So-
you know what, honey? I think you got to play the chicken or egg stinger.
Yeah,
I think you
right.
really
So
do.
this is the reason, if I can find it very quickly, this is the reason, the sound effect. I'm sorry if it's glitchy, but we haven't played it in a while. But yes, this is the reason why in the sound effects it's in my search history.
Start with an omelet or a hen. Oh, which come first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken or the egg?
It's so underwhelming as well when you hear it, isn't it? I don't
Rhiannon,
know.
are you crying from that? Did
Gets
that bring
her
a tear to
every
your
time.
eye?
I broke ribs over this.
Yeah. That's it. So yeah, all the steamy fun that's happening on Quiz Arena Live. So yes, sorry out there if anyone is watching with their families, but hi Grandma! Beautiful! Our last question now in our round of You Bet Your Life, okay? How many points would you guys like to bet? It's our last go.
Let's go crazy. And how many points do I have left?
You have 9 points and Josh has 10.
Okay, let's go all in.
All in, betting all 9 points.
Oh
I
my
like
god.
It. I love
Oh
it.
wow. Well, I guess I have. Like, this is the wow. What a poker moment. I guess I have to match that, right?
It's up to you, unless you got some like car keys.
Yeah, that's the classic thing. Oh my goodness.
You're
oh my
firstborn.
goodness.
No, that's too high.
I can bet this pen. No, I'll bet.
But can you
I'll
sell
bet-
it?
No, I can't. I'm gonna just stay a little conservative. I'm gonna go up by 1 point. I'm gonna take Chloe's strategy from before, and I'm gonna go 3 points.
Nice, 3 points. So you have the chance at winning 6 points. And Chloe, if you're betting all your points, you have the chance of doubling that, which is it 18?
18.
Yes. Beautiful stuff. I like it. This is a big risk, and who knows, it could pay off because you might be more surprised. You might know what this answer is. Beautiful. So here is your question. What is it that burns when you set fire to your farts? Again, sorry if you're watching with kids. Yeah, but, you know, it'll be something they can say at school tomorrow. So what is it that burns when you set fire to your farts? Or flatus, as I know that some people might not... Your bottom burps. Your, I don't know, other euphemisms for farts. And I've got you again. I'm trying to pop the other one, Ree. Sorry, what were you saying, Josh?
I'm sure I asked this to like a high school chemistry teacher again. It's just bringing up all my traumatizing memories from all the dumb questions I asked my high school teachers. I mean, I feel like the cows is the methane thing, but I don't know if that's the same for humans.
Oh, of course, because that was attached. You're talking about the climate change.
Yeah.
So contributing.
I think that's a trick. But that's what my.
This is another QI question, so they are quite interesting. And who knows, if you've seen a lot of QI episodes, maybe you know this one as well.
Could you ask the question again?
Yes. What is it that burns when you set fire to your farts? And yours is in the possessive, not you are farts. What is it that burns when you set fire to you are farts? It just changes at the last second. It's an M. Night Shyamalan moment where it just gets really, really offensive. I got too much pleasure out of that. I'm sorry. So yeah, feel free to talk it over as well. If there are any science teachers out there that may know, get in there and answer it out there, because again, the part of the reason I kind of like the QI questions and that the points don't matter is we're trying to use the unity to make us all smarter every day, and that really only comes through with peer review. And so every 7 years, our understanding of research either could expand or could be audited in some way, and we will get a better understanding of that, or maybe even just explain it in a better way. I'm a big proponent of being able to try and make complicated things be explained to like a 6-year-old. So, and not necessarily because you would intend to explain it to a 6-year-old, but just like in the courts, the reason it's so long-winded is because it has to be so exact and precise. So that's another good thing. And if you are an improviser out there, try and think of it that way too. You can slow down your thoughts literally just by going, okay, I'm talking to a 6-year-old or a lamb. I don't know why I just saw a lamb, but they're so cute and you just want to do this to their ears, and it's very easy to endow that. Anyway, I'm filibustering and going off on tangents.
When you said lamb, like when Lisa's a vegetarian and there's the 3 lambs, I'm like, oh,
yes,
oh,
yeah.
oh, out of the way, you, oh,
yes, so cute. Oh, yes. No, I saw a video of I think it was a Russian gymnast who they do the ribbon things, that amazing gymnast routine, and she was getting prepared, and the coach before her was giving her this walk, and she went up behind her and was rubbing her ears quite like vigorously, but it just made me think of, I want to do that to a lamb, and so that's why I was exactly just thinking that. Was just like, oh, but it was also really cool because of the camaraderie that like they had and the support network that was there too. But I digress. Chloe, I want to know, what is it that burns when you set fire to your farts? I know you've done this.
I mean, yes, I'm definitely a prankster. So yes, I'm definitely tried silly things like that. My mum was actually a dietitian, and we would have very weird fun facts at the dinner table. I know it's bizarre to have this conversation at the dinner table, but welcome to our house. We were the science family and I was the art child. I have this vague memory of, like, I'm pretty sure there's something to do with hydrogen for sure. But I have this vague memory of sulfate because I think we had this conversation over like a particular egg dish. So I'm not sure if it's like hydrogen sulfate or if it's something else. But you know what? I'm going to go with my bizarre childhood memory and lock in hydrogen sulfate.
Okie day, beautiful stuff. I love it. I loved it too. I was thinking, like, you never try and pass wind at the table, but the conversation is apt because it's the digestion process and you've got time. So
My mum, I remember she said that on average we pass gas roughly about 13 times a day.
Wow, that's it.
Yeah. I didn't know that. And then my brother thought it was hilarious to pass wind at that moment, and he went 12, and we just exploded into laughter and thought, this is not appropriate normally, but yes to this moment.
Yes.
Pass wind at the table for this moment.
It's like the badum, sort of opportune moment, especially whenever I'm sort of like trying to lighten the mood on a set. I'll always sneak that in. I'll say something as a first AD that has to be very important. This is where we've got to go, like, in case of an emergency, blah 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 blah. This is the person, and then have a good day. And just look around and blame it on someone. It gets them every time. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. And so what would you be saying, Josh?
You do that way too well. However you just did that sound. I just think, like, taking a flame there, you're going to burn something. And it's probably your pants or your leg. But there's something about hydrogen. I think I'm exactly where Chloe is. That seems right. But I am not a science major. So I'm going to just go hydrogen / my legs, but I'm not going to actually vote my legs.
Nice. You may not be a major, but you are the very model of a modern major general.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Tongue twisters last week, and so why not? Beautiful. So you're both going for hydrogen, is that right?
Chloe's going a little bit more technical than me.
Okay, so what were you going for, Josh? I missed that.
Just like nice, clean hydrogen.
Just clean hydrogen. Awesome.
Yeah.
So hydrogen sulfate, was it?
Yes.
Yes, and hydrogen. Clean hydrogen. It's the clean hydrogen. Beautiful stuff. Well, the answer is, a lot of you out there put methane, and the answer is not methane. What was it? Unlike cows, humans do not produce methane when they pass wind. It's actually hydrogen. Yes. But you know what? I'm happy. She said hydrogen, and Josh, you said hydrogen. You both win. So therefore, 18 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18. That's 18, right?
Those are like mine.
Yes, I know, right? And because it's individual, I can't just type it in. It has to be individual. Double check, Ree, if that's right. And I'm going to go, it was 6 for Josh, wasn't it? 1, 2, 4, 5,
and
6.
yes, you're right.
Beautiful. Awesome. Yes. Great stuff. Well, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Josh is on 16 points and Chloe is on 27 points on our first game ever of You Bet Your Life. Yay! It's a classic game and a lot of fun. And that's for you, Groucho. Great stuff. I hope you enjoyed that. What did you guys think of that? Was it fun? Did you hate it? Are you not coming back? Have we already lost you in Zoom?
Well, how about a random fun fact?
Okay,
let's do it.
Because we're talking about hydrogen. Did you know that when you ignite hydrogen, it actually comes out as a yellow or an orange flame, but if you light methane, it turns blue.
Ooh, very fun.
Mm.
Now I want to set some cow farts on fire just to see a blue flame.
Yes. Also, what was it?
Hey, excuse me, I have to go out to the farm and make sure my cows are okay.
Yeah. No, what was the whole cow pat? You light a cow pat after it's fresh, and that's supposed to go off the methane. What was it? Cabbage. No, that's that. I don't remember that fact. The other one I was going to say, fun fact, was Kenny versus Spenny on the episode Who Could Blow the Loudest Fart. It was recent that they had a, I know, great segues. They had an interview with Kenny and Spenny, in which case Spenny brought up the fact that the loudest fart that Kenny did, that they recorded, was, It was pent-up air. It wasn't a fart. It wasn't a flatus, or what would be considered. It would be what would be considered a queef. Subscribe to Under the Covers. I realised I should have been saying all of this at the start of Under the Covers. Again, hi kids! Beautiful stuff. That was a good filibuster as we close that one down, and it means we get to go back into games because this time it is Chloe's chance at spinning that wheel. So we're going to bring up that spin wheel right behind there and see if there's a game that you guys want to play. Actually, I do have to amend it because we played, what was it, You Bet Your Life on that one. So I'll have to come in here, and you can tell me if you want to play Chrono Loco or Which Day the What Stood Where. Which would you be feeling?
Choose, or I have to spin?
Sorry?
Do I choose or I have to spin?
No. No, the betting is all off. You are free from your bets now. You can just tell us it is a preference, really, just because I'm filling time.
No problems. Let's do Chrono Loco.
Chrono Loco. Love it. It's a family favorite. I personally love it every time. And what would you be saying, Josh?
I mean, I really. What is Chrono Loco? I am so curious. What is it?
Oh, I think it's Latin.
Well, yeah.
I know, right? Beautiful. So we have the games up there. Spin again, Chrono Loco, Which Day the What Stood Where. Chloe still has the chance at winning 5 points. Our viewer's choice, our player's choice, and Jackpot Rup. So again, everyone could lose all their points. And I still want to land on spin again, but we're going to see what's going to happen as I bring it back here and reset that and come back into our spin wheel. And this is Chloe's spin, so we're going to spin it and see how it goes. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I love it when this happens. Spin again, my personal favorite, and it's the chance for all of us out there, and you at home as well. You can do it. Don't think I'm not watching you. You can dance along to the polka. Woo! Points all round on such a fun night. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 32 points for Chloe, and just behind at 16 points, Josh. And yes, Phil Robertson out there loving the poker party. Beautiful stuff. I think of Weird Al Yankovic every time. But Chloe, that means that you get to choose the game that you want to play. So you chose Chrono Loco, is that right? Would you like to play that one?
Correct, Mundo. Let's do some Chrono Loco.
Beautiful stuff. Awesome. As we filibuster just for a second whilst I replace these screens behind. So, yes, you guys might have known this because you've probably seen it out there before, because you've seen it a lot of times. I think we had one last week, but this one is going to be a particularly special one, ladies and gentlemen. This one is going to be a 90s special with 6 movie posters, all released around the 90s era, I think. Pretty sure. We'll find out soon. Erased around that. So yeah, should be a nice nostalgic ramp. Or romp. As we go into that classic game of a Chrono Loco! Here we are in our 90s nostalgia fest. So we have 6 movie posters up there. So for a point each, you can mention the movie that's there and we will reveal it. And then we'll move on from there. So do you guys know any of those movie posters up there?
I know one of them, 2 of them.
Awesome.
Do I
Let's
just say
start
them?
from the far left.
Well, the second one's Casper.
Oh, beautiful stuff.
And the third one, I think, is Jumanji.
Nicely done. Well, hold on. Let's just delve into our nostalgia there for a second as you get that point and let it sink in there. Because, of course, we've got so many people in there. And Christina Ricci as well, who has recently been quite a few things. Matrix, is it Revelations? That's the new one, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that she's been in. Beautiful stuff. Good work. Great. So awesome. We've got, what was it, Jumanji, you said, for number 3. So
yep.
Another point. Nicely done. And a mention of Robin Williams as well, which was back there. So beautiful to see. And still, I don't know. I kind of love that one because it was just that perfect level of scary or spooky. You know what I mean? It's the monkeys in it, the whole plant thing. Oh, I loved. I know Tara out there who is loving her horticultural stuff. She actually expounded on one of the anthocyanins information that I shared on Instagram or TikTok or one of the social media platforms. And anthocyanins, cyanin, is the pigment in plants that new shoots turn them red, or it doesn't turn them red, it starts them off as red so that it doesn't get as much UV damage from the sun. So yeah, then it eventually turns green so that it can, like a solar panel, absorb all that light. But as a new shoot, it needs to be a little bit protected, and the anthocyanins does that. Not anthrocyanins, I may have said that before, and I just want to clarify, anthocyanins. Beautiful stuff! Great, awesome. So we've got a lot of people out there in the chat as well. Chloe, do you know any of those?
Yes, most definitely. So the first one, if we're starting from the left, Hocus Pocus.
Nice, beautiful, awesome. Hocus Pocus, which as well is another film that I do believe is coming out with a, not a revamp, a sequel.
It is a sequel, yes. They wrapped up filming earlier this year and it's going to be released in October. So right in time for the spooky season.
Perfect, exactly. Yes, there was a behind the scenes, a lot of different camera angles of people shooting it on their phones. So yeah, that's an awesome one to look out for. And I personally love that. Another one of those films that's right on that beautiful cusp of scary. And another little fun fact, the guy who plays the zombie, the guy who plays the father in it, he was part of the SNL family for quite a long time, and he was responsible for apparently, allegedly I should say, getting a lot of people fired because he swore on air, live on air. And so that's one of the big taboos out there, and especially because you have to try and get those lovely views out there. He unfortunately broke that rule and no one knew, and you can see the reaction of everyone. Eddie Murphy is on the stage at the same time, and you can see him just make an improvisational quip in character. And it's funny because from an improvisational standpoint, you can understand the justification of where he's coming from because the character was upset. And also passed away, I think, as well at that point. Anyway, you can find that clip out there, but you'll know where to go from that, and Hocus Pocus is your in. Beautiful stuff. So if we go back to it, we've got more up there, so yell them out. What are the other ones we got up there?
Secret Garden.
Ooh, which one's that one?
The final,
Oh, you can say the final one?
How do I say the second? Yeah, that's what I was.
Second from the right, the Secret Garden.
Yes.
Beautiful stuff.
And then, is it?
Yeah,
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully, the last one.
Yes, beautiful, Fern Gully, which is based on a Melbourne, there's a Melbourne place. I want to say gully, but I don't know if it is a gully. Suburb, that's the one. Yeah, sorry. Me not good at English at the moment. But
that's where some of my family is, so hey to everyone out in Fern Gully.
Perfect, exactly. So yeah, it's a little known fact. I think that part of the production crew saw this as a reference, or they'd spent time in Australia. Part of it was shot out here, or there was animation that was done out here, because it was a film that was sort of done on the low budget. And they were, luckily enough, they got Robert Williams into it. And I do believe I might be getting it wrong, but either he did it for a reduced fee, or there was something, he saw the script and he was just like, I really want to do this, or there was some aspect I feel like he wanted to be involved in that. He
liked the storyline of it.
There you go. He liked the storyline on it, so I was lying about everything else. Haha. Or go out there and fact check me. I might be insanely right. No, but yeah, I found that so interesting when I was down at Melbourne recently. It was just like, I'm driving for Fern Gully, look out for Hexus. And I was looking out for a big dead tree. And a shout out as well to Tim Curry, who played the tree in that. Who is still doing things out there on the circuit in Comic-Cons. It's so inspirational to see. And again,
happy 76th birthday to him too.
Exactly, happy
76 this week.
So good, so good. Beautiful, and back into our game of Chrono Loco. We have one left up there. Do you guys, either of you know what that could be?
I think I've got an idea, but maybe Chloe wants to.
No, I don't.
Guess.
I was about to say she has 33 points, so you don't have to worry about.
Yeah. Okay. I like. It's one of the Ernest movies, I think.
It's one of the Ernest. You could be right.
But I think that,
with that.
yeah. So
Give you
I
a
mean,
point.
he's dressed in a pumpkin, so it's the Halloween movie.
Yes, it is. Maybe people out there in the chat might be able to help out with the exact title.
Ernest.
And anyone who yells it out will get the points.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much I just want to yell it out.
I know. This is one of my favorites. I love this one and the Christmas one. The Ernest films are so good. And sorry, I was going to say as well, is it Jim Varney who played Ernest? Now, he started off as an actor and he wasn't getting a lot of work, and he ended up making a short, parody commercial that they sent to a radio station, which got picked up by a soda company, and then they started making small radio station adverts for that, went onto TV, got bigger and bigger, to the point that he was at either a red carpet opening or a massive special event with a big celebrity. Like, it was like a Disney celebrity. It was a sort of big Mickey Mouse sort of thing. And Jim Varney got a bigger standing ovation than the mascot. And they were quite surprised. But that's why they got him in. And so, yeah, a beautiful man as well from all accounts that I've seen too. So I think it's a really good nostalgia trip to just go out there. There's great nostalgia videos on YouTube that you can delve into the films if you haven't got the time to watch each film. But if you do have the time, check them out again because it's a lot of fun. If you appreciated them as a kid, you'll be surprised just how much you laugh as an adult. Good stuff.
I love Eartha Kitt in this one.
Sorry?
I love Eartha Kitt in this one. She's just amazing.
I know, right? Perfect, one might say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very.
So has there been anyone else out there in the chat that has gotten...
Oh, it's been said a couple of times.
It has. It has been out there in the chat. So if you guys have the chance to see that, people have mentioned it.
Should we just guess Ernest goes to Halloween?
No.
No, it's not that. That didn't sound right. So
no. It sounded left.
I was like, no.
No. This is probably one of the only Ernest films that isn't a goes to. Because there's obviously Ernest, what is it?
Yeah.
Goes camping. Carry On Ernest? No. Oh, I could just see that though. That would be so good. Oh, matron! I don't even know how to do Jim Varney voice. That was just disgustingly awful. I just want to do Gilbert Godfrey, but I don't think it's respectable. It's too soon.
Can I guess what someone has told me in the chat?
Anyone who yells out what they say in the chat will get the points.
Ernest scared stiff.
Yes! There we go! Coming back into it. Let's have a go.
Thank you to Phil Robinson.
Oh, no, scared stupid. No, you don't get the points.
Scared stupid. Thank you.
You're right.
Oh, well.
You're right.
I lost.
It wouldn't be stiff. That's for under the covers.
I'll show myself out.
Yeah, no, stay, because there's still more of a Chrono Loco to play, because these films have all been put down in a completely random order. You know, I haven't even checked to see if I've put them in the right order, and kind of packing it at the moment, looking at them going, I hope they're not currently in the right order. But you have to put them in the right order. So they were all released at different times. So you guys can work as a team, but if you disagree, we'll remember them, and we'll allocate them for any points that they're in the correct position. So starting from left, which film was first, and ending which film came out last. And this is their international release.
I think Jumanji was one of the latest films. Okay, so I think that was like 1998 or something like that.
Okay.
Casper was pretty early.
Casper was pretty early.
But I think Hocus Pocus was before that.
I agree. I think Secret Garden was maybe like third on the list or fourth.
Yeah.
Because Ferngully was pretty early on as well, but I'm pretty sure Secret Garden was prior to Ferngully.
But actually, the Ernest film could be super old as well.
Looking at the poster, it seems like a little bit
1992 or something.
I don't know. It just seems a little bit more modern in color choices. And like a little bit sharper in the picture, you know, and like knowing how fast technology ran, I don't know. I feel like it would be a bit on the later end. And because it's also there's many different Ernests, like it could have been in the later chronological order of within his own realm, I suppose.
She said the thing.
Chronological.
Beautiful.
Would Ferngully go at the end or in the middle?
I think it goes in the middle and Ernest goes at the end, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think Ernest
I agree with
is.
that though.
I think Jumanji is the newest film.
So do you want to flip Ernest and Jumanji then?
That would make me feel more comfortable.
Okay. Let's make this.
Yeah.
Let's make people feel comfortable.
I think we're working as a team now.
Working.
I feel like.
Work.
Nice.
I would never have put these films side by side before.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So I want to like rewatch some of these.
I know, right? It was a lot of fun. There were so many others that we could have put in just to get that nostalgic thing running. But I was making games up as I was going through them because there's a lot of remakes and sequels and things like that there. So these were ones that I have personally adored, and I was hoping as well that there might be something as well out there that people else had grasped onto. But I tried as well to mix it up. The Secret Garden may be one that is the odd one out, but I thought too was just a beautiful thing, and it can also fit into multi-generational facets. So whether or not you saw this one or previous ones, it'll still get that same tinge in you. Beautiful aspects. It's sort of like Rebecca or Wuthering Heights. The locations in certain stories, like the Secret Garden being obviously this secret garden, was so beautiful and iconic, and it's always been special in my heart as well. So beautiful stuff. Is there any that you would like to change around there? We have people out there in the chat as well offering their recommendations as well, but you don't have to go with them. They are there to help or hinder, so they could be throwing you a curveball. But if you guys are happy with that, and you also don't have to go for the same selection. If you want to put them in different positions and say, no, I definitely want to put Casper at the end because whatever, we will definitely make sure that you will get those points because Rhiannon and I will both, between us, we have, 3 brains, I guess, because I'll say I have a brain that doesn't work, but she has 2, so it's, the one that I have in formaldehyde underneath the desk doesn't count. It's Steve Martin's anyway, so, Mel Mahay. Anyway, too many references. Are we happy?
I think Ernest was older. I don't think it was a newer.
It seems to say
that was my gut. That was my first instinct. Was like that was an early film of the Ernest series. So
yeah. So you wanted to put that later, was it?
You on that
No. Well, I mean like
very well.
Earlier. So like early 90s.
Okay, early 90s. So would you say it was before Secret Garden or?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so before Secret Garden.
And I think Ferngully is a lot older than, because I recall seeing Ferngully before seeing Secret Garden.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was a kid, so
Nice.
More age appropriate. Who knows?
Beautiful.
I do love that we have Casper up there because during the pandemic I lived alone, so everyone was like, "How are you going?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, Casper and I are great friends." I would always refer to like I live with Casper the ghost, and so I'm so pleased that this is now a reference that people can actually remember instead of thinking, "Oh, okay, is that person nice?" I'm like, "No, it's an invisible person."
Yes, it's a joke, damn it. No, I mentioned it today, and one of the people on the set brought up the old TV show, the cartoon, and it was like, oh, great. So we started like talking about that as well. So yeah, I love it too. And also too, on Horrific Elements, there's that one sequence where the 3 brother ghosts or whatever scare the person, and I was a kid when I saw this, terrified me so much. And again, another shout out to Dan Aykroyd because we have had some of Crystal Head Vodka on the show before, and he of course makes a cameo as one of the Ghostbusters with proton pack and all and moustache. So yeah,
with the line of "Who are you gonna call? Someone else."
Someone else. Yes, and Eric Idle too. Oh, love Eric Idle as well.
Bill Pullman.
Oh my God, Spaceballs.
And just because I'm dropping down names, Devon Sawa plays Casper when he turns back into a boy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now I really have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I was about to say, those two I think would be the crushes of, if anyone grew up around that time, they both would be going, like that. All over Bill Pullman, by the way. And who was...
roller coaster inside someone's house. I loved that.
Yes! That whole machine at the end as well, the like Rube Goldberg machine-esque. Oh, so cool. Yeah. Great film, and as well to the antagonist, the comedic lead in that, whose name,
Kathy Mortery.
Yes, yeah, that's such an iconic voice as well.
As Carrigan, yeah.
Yes, I mean it's such a good film that it's surprising how little it's probably not getting its accolades now, but I'm sure it'll get that resurgence. It's just like on DVD, Blu-ray, USB. Great stuff. So we're locking all of those in. If any other positions,
maybe. What do you think, Chloe? Should we switch Casper and Ernest?
Yeah. I'm even happy to probably switch Casper between even Fern Gully and Secret Garden, because I really think that Fern Gully was it's a little older than...
No, I think it's older as well, but could be wrong. Probably will be wrong.
That was such a majestic film as well. I loved when we would go to the Blue Mountains. I would thoroughly look for tiny little fairies in the world. And I still do, to be honest. I still look for the little magic within the trees and the ferns, and I'm like, where is it?
That's it. Yeah,
I know it's real. I saw the movie.
Yeah, and when you see the like mushrooms on the side, and you go, oh yeah, that's our little landing pads and stuff like this. But also too the grey-headed flying fox, which was being experimented on in this film, played by Robin Williams too. For anybody else out there, if you do have grey-headed flying foxes that are in your cocos palms eating the fruit or anything like that, and they are injured, avoid handling them without some pretty tough gloves. Although in Australia rabies isn't a thing, as been told and taught by doctors and stuff like that, you still don't want to take the risks, and there are a lot of bacterial infections. I just have seen a lot of people who pick them up and they're, oh, cute and stuff like this, and even from a smaller scratch, you can get a lot of cross infections. Plus, also, they have a lot of ticks, and those are very, very dangerous for us. Which is another segue, which we also don't acknowledge in Australia, but you can go to Germany to get treated, and there have been 8 people who have done that. But anyway, we're in the middle of a game! Beautiful. Chrono Loco, as it were. So those are ones, we're going to lock those in. Nicely done, as I have a look on the bottom.
Oh dear.
Locking it in.
Oh dear.
Beautiful stuff. So for a point each in the correct position, we start off with in 1991. Let me just double check that is correct. Yes.
That is.
It is good. You've got them there as well. Awesome. Well,
I'm just taking a wild guess here, but yes.
Nice. Well, that wild guess was going to be Ernest Scared Stupid. Mm-hmm. Is the correct in 1991. Nicely done. Followed then closely in 1992 by...
Ooh, please let me guess.
Okay, go for it.
Fern Gully?
Yes, Fern Gully.
Yes.
Nicely done. Then followed by in 1993 we had The Secret Garden.
Focus and Secret Garden.
Yes. Well done. Beautiful stuff. 1993, and then it was... Oh, I'm just moving things around as I'm doing it. Good. Oh, I have done one of those. Good. In 1994, would you like to guess, Ree?
It'd be Hocus Pocus.
It would be Hocus Pocus. Beautiful stuff. You lit the candle. You know what you're doing. Fantastic work. Good stuff. Which leaves us to our last two. And, well... that means you got 1 point because in 1995, Casper came out, and in 1995, Jumanji came out, but it came out in December instead of May. So yes, Casper came out in May 1995, and Jumanji came out in December 1995. So you guys both got a point. Whoop, whoop. Whoop,
wow.
All right.
Yeah, that's yeah.
One
I know.
Awesome point.
We could have been sending ourselves Chrono Loco for hours on that.
It. Yeah, we could be here for days. It's great.
I feel Chrono Loco. I understand what Chrono Loco is now.
Yes, good. Yeah, you'll be going to sleep at night and you'll just be hearing it in your dreams. You'll be going, Chrono Loco. Oh no! Oh no! And you'll be crying yourself to sleep for weeks.
I'm going to be doing that.
Points to everyone in the morgue because Ghoulbeans came through with all of those in the correct order.
Well done! Beautiful work! Oh, fantastic stuff there. That's how it's played, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's done. And let's have a check on the scoreboard. We have Josh on 21 points and Chloe on 34 points. Very, very well done. Nice stuff on another game of Chrono Loco, and our spinning of the wheel days are gone. So no need to worry about that spin wheel anymore or any more Wheeled Out Yankovic pokers. All we need to do is just relax now. Just relax. Just relax. If anything knows me, it's me. I relax. You don't know what I'm wearing underneath the table. Beautiful. We've got a lot of people out there. Phil Robinson saying, pity they don't make no movie with hot stuff, the little devil or spooky. Ooh, I don't know that. Are those the characters from Casper? I'm not too sure. There we go. Nice. Phil Robinson getting out there and clarifying as well the dates for Hocus Pocus and Casper too. What's it? Oh, cussing. I am so sorry. I realized as well. I'm sorry, Darren. If we are cussing. We are Australian, so I'll apologise on that behalf. We're sort of like, the Southern Hemisphere's Canada, but cussing on live TV is avoidable sometimes. Gosh darn it. Won't cut it. Yes. Hopefully we won't be going out into any bars out there, and we do apologise. Good stuff. Well, awesome stuff, guys. Well, that's 2 games down. We've got 2 more games to go. How are you feeling?
Really good. This is fun.
Oh, good. Awesome. I know, it's the chaos sort of like, when you lean into it, it can kind of be a bit of fun. Beautiful stuff, and you don't know what to do, what even to expect for our next game, I'm sure, because you haven't even heard of it. The people out there have heard of it, and also will have the chance at getting a collection of these very things themselves. But you also might have played this before, and you would probably know what this game would be if you've seen Ghostbusters, which is a fun little reference which is out there too, and no segue that I have planned, and so I don't know why I'm talking about it. I've already made the reference in Casper, and that was that. The reference I wanted to make, which does, I guess, include Ghostbusters 2. Sorry, I just had to filibuster a little bit more. So in Ghostbusters 2, they had the Titanic pulling into the docks area. At that point, it was... Oh, hold on. Now I'm going to get really bad. It was in the early 90s, but Robert Ballard went down to the Titanic in around 1985 and discovered the wreck. And at that point, I don't think that they had all the information out there, but they didn't know whether or not it was an explosion or what the damage was to the ship. So in the film, it's fully intact, it's not broken in two, and it's got a huge big hole in the side, and you can see right through the cabin. It's not what happened to the ship, it was more like plates buckling and steel failing. And so you probably wouldn't really even see it. But if you went down to the wreck now, the damage is underneath mud, because when it ended up landing into it, it's out there like this. I'm making a big segue about, well, not what I want to talk about, because what I was talking about was a video about air pockets and whether or not people could survive in the wreck of the Titanic, namely the stern area of the Titanic, because it housed a lot of the steerage passengers. For those of you out there, it is possible. There has been a case. I don't know the name of the ship, but if you Google... like a man survives 3 days in an air pocket of a boat, you'll be able to find this story. And he did survive 3 days in literally just an air pocket of a ship. And within this, it made me start to research the CO2 intake of humans and how long that would be to survive. And it was roughly about 3.5 days. So they just narrowly saw them. And they usually do these wreck divings. Wait a minute. It might be a reference, but I don't know if it is, and I don't want to miscommunicate it, but I think it had something to do around Korea. Yeah, it was a shipwreck that was off the coast of Korea, South Korea, I think. Anyway, the wreck divers were going down. At this point, they didn't think that there was going to be any survivors, and then suddenly when he was going through, you see the video of his point of view camera, suddenly a hand juts out of the water and pulls him into this air pocket, and it's just like, holy crap, very scary too. So yeah, there's that. But the reason I was bringing into it, you couldn't survive on the Titanic because the rear area of the stern exploded because of air pockets that were inside the refrigeration units when it went down, and the explosion was heard underneath the ship. When the ship went down, it was still attached, so it was actually pulling the rest of the ship down. It actually broke off underneath the water, most likely. Testmates do say that they saw it break or at least give way, but that's mostly the explosion that happened in the refrigeration units. This is all hearsay, at least from what I've studied into it, and probably 7 years overdue. But recently, looking into the air pockets, it made me then think about Arbor Day and the idea of what creatures eat carbon, because it's a poison to us, but to certain things, it's what they consume, just the same as we breathe air. It's their air. Plants, obviously, we've referred to this a lot, but there is a new bacteria which scientists have been able to... I don't know if it's a bacteria, that might be incorrect from a science point of view. I'm very sorry, I only researched this today. But they've modified it to now eat carbon dioxide. And if they can get this to regenerate on more than 5% in its reproductive cycle, we could potentially have a new organism that would be microscopic that could be doing what plants do on a far larger scale. So the reason I bring this up is... because climate change is obviously a big discussion, and whether or not you're on any fence of it, what we do know from a science point of view is the last time that a large extinction period happened of megafauna and dinosaurs was due to overload of carbon dioxide and monoxide in our atmosphere created from the volcanic eruptions and the burnings of all of these things. The same thing is happening with fossil fuels and stuff like that. So that's the comparison I'm only going to bring in there. And so the idea of Arbor Day and planting a tree is something I really want to encourage, because when you discover on that level of what's eating what and crapping out, so we breathe in air and fart out like hydrogen, yeah, but plants eat carbon. It's literally what makes an oak tree's like stem. It's literally the wood is the carbon that it's breathing in, and it farts out air. So I don't know. For me, it was a mind-blow moment, and it's a penny drop moment every time I think of it that way. Sorry if it was a filibuster, but it really just is something that makes me go, holy cow. You know? Sorry, Darren. But yeah, side segue, and I didn't want to filibuster too much, but yes. Get out there and plant a tree. Arbor Day is a fun thing. Is there any causes that you guys feel particularly passionate about that you would like to let our viewers know about?
Well, every year I always donate to the Ocean Project. So I find it a very cool thing. And I usually, for my like Christmas and birthday, I don't particularly care about stuff. So I just ask for donations for the Ocean Project, just so that we can start cleaning up Garbage Island and getting rid of the debris, and then eventually finding things to get rid of microplastics.
Yes.
So when I used to live in Portugal at a time, we had a hurricane come through, and we had to basically take sort of old school pasta strainers, and we would scoop the sand and strain all of the sand just to get all the microplastics out, because the beach was quite literally like hundreds of thousands, like it was like fairy bread. It was so bizarre. It was just this colorful, plasticky, it looked stunning photography wise, but it was really sad.
But you might not pick it up from the naked eye. If you were on a beach, you might just think it's part of a sand or a rock or something.
No, you could kind of see that there were like small balls of microplastic. And then with Sydney's floods recently, I noticed that Bondi Beach had similar look. And I went, oh no, it's like this again. So, you know, going from one hemisphere to the other and seeing that, I very much believe in this project. I know at the moment it's scooping out the larger parts, but I think that the more that we actually do a bit more research on how to collect the microplastics, that would be very cool. So if anyone's an ocean lover like myself,
we only got one of them, so get on out there.
One thing that quite literally connects us all together.
That's it. And our shores too. So if we are thinking we're just throwing it out into the ocean, another shore is going to get that eventually, or it might come back to us. And as you mentioned, the Garbage Island, I know, was it Island of Dogs, the animated film, or
when they reference it?
Yes, it takes place, and it's a beautiful film. It's a stop animation film, but it takes place on one of those, that massive garbage island that's just floating and no one's claiming it. And it's a scary thing, especially like we were talking about what comes up in your feeds every now and then, and as inappropriate and laughing at it sort of stuff comes up. The video with the straw in the nose of the turtle comes up constantly on mine, and it's so graphic. It just how can you not feel for those creatures going through that, and that we don't even know out there. So please get out there and support our oceans, and the oceanproject.org is their website, so get out there and check out there. How about you, Josh? Do you have anything that's close to your heart or something you'd like to mention? Absolutely.
There's a few charities, obviously. Animal welfare is something I'm very, very passionate about. RSPCA, obviously. And there's a couple of charities for, folks of all walks of life that I'm really big on. One's called Limbs for Life, which is based in Victoria, which helps amputees get prosthetics and things like that I was involved with many years ago. And then obviously there's the Garvan Institute of Medical Research, and I think they have the Kids Cancer Project, trying to get research and support for children with cancer.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I've just got the website up here for Limbs for Life, and you can check that out as well. I'll put the links as well into our video description just after we complete that here. But that's such a great cause. All of those are fantastic causes. So we're hoping out there too that you guys have some causes as well, and share those as well, that you are out there as well. And please do give to these institutions and support networks, because we've had a lot of them mentioned out there, and it's always important for people to know that there are other people either going through something similar or just in a quiet time someone's there as well. And some really, really fantastic causes out there. So if you're an earth lover or a person lover, who knows, maybe you work in retail and you're not so much one way inclined, but great causes out there. And we've also had mentioned before the RAIN Institute and the Black Dog Institute, and Rhiannon Elizabeth Irons, I do believe you're doing the Kiss Goodbye to MS run.
Yes, I am. So from the 1st of May through to the 31st of May, I will be running 50 kilometers to raise money and awareness for multiple sclerosis. As we all know, multiple sclerosis affects far too many people in this world, and it cuts people down in the prime of their life. So jump on board and join me because I will be vlogging this entire journey, and I want to take you guys on it too. And yes, Richard, you can dump Gatorade on me once we've completed it.
Yes. Sponsor us, Gatorade. It was, yeah. It's either that or I still want to try and mix in the two worlds of getting the Flashdance booth with the Gatorade thing on the top. Everyone will be going, "What's he doing?" And then I'll struggle to get it up on top with my weak arms. Beautiful.
I'll help you lift it.
Beautiful. Awesome. And we'll get Tim Ferguson to pull the chain. Great stuff.
You know what? That would be amazing.
It would be
absolutely amazing. So, Tim, if you're watching, yes, please do it.
Yes, and also too, in one of those science tangents, which I won't go off again, I was researching into DNA, and part of that, I found out the area of the DNA that doesn't get replicated with, and is responsible for the symptoms of multiple sclerosis and things like that. So there is a lot of interesting information out there that you can learn, and it might not even apply to you, but yeah, we're smarter every day by being smarter every day. Great stuff. Awesome. Beautiful. Let's move into then the game that we play every week, because I know you're excited for it, Ree, because I'm excited for it every week.
What kind of gave that away?
Well, what game could it be?
What makes you think I'm excited for it?
No, I don't know. I wouldn't know even if you pinched me under the covers. Tune in later on.
Later, my darling.
Exactly.
Later.
As we go into the game that you guys know exactly what's happening because you've seen Ghostbusters, and right at the beginning, you're going to see if you know what card I'm holding up in Venkman Burn in Hell.
Here you
So we're going to pull out our 5 Xena cards here, and Ree, you've got them as well, so good. We have a choice of 2, I guess it would be. Who knows? Maybe you could win points either way. So these are the classic Xena cards, which were in the beginning of the, I was going to say the Batman film. Now that's a different film. Swear to me! What card am I holding up?
Thugs of Gotham, be afraid. Be very afraid.
Yeah, it's a different Batman vs Superman or Justice League thing. It's the pre-Schneider cut. Still, I want to see Rob Schneider doing the Schneider cut. It's just like, Rob Schneider is Batman. So good.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, or Superman with that hair. I don't know. Shout out as well.
God.
I really like the film Big Stan. I still find the film Big Stan fun.
Oh, my God, I love that.
Yeah. I do too.
Stupid, it's so funny.
It is. It's awesome, Mum. Sorry, we're segueing. But we're going to be holding up, or I'm going to be holding up 5 of these cards. Yep. One of these cards is going to be having the one that you have to choose. Yep. But each of them have a different shape and color on the back. So you're going to have to tell me which of these cards I am holding up. There's no gimmick involved. There's not going to be any magic trickery. All you have to do is guess which one out of those 5 I am holding up. So the choices are either going to be the yellow circle. Oh, I'm going to try so it doesn't key it out. The black box, or square. The green star. Is it going to go green? Yeah, green star. Doesn't like the green screen. The blue wavy lines. Or the red cross. Cool. Awesome. So this game we usually do 2 points on for a correct answer, 2 points off for an incorrect answer. Good stuff. And you guys out there in the chat, play along at home as well, because you could get these points as well. So here we go. I'm going to hold up a card, and I'm going to try and communicate to you which card I'm holding up. Beautiful. Oh, wait, no, I'm reading your thoughts. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I don't know whether I should. Under the covers. Under the covers.
Yeah, stay out of my mind, honey.
I hope it wasn't your mind I was reading. I got a distinct whiff of Phil Robinson there. Sorry to throw you under the TARDIS there, Phil. Anyway, so out of those 5 special guests, which would you be thinking I am holding up? I'm going to try and communicate which card it is. I actually will.
I have blue wavy lines in my head.
Beautiful.
I saw that little eyebrow twitch. I think because we're all stars here, I'm going to go for the green star.
Nice. So the green star, awesome, and the blue wavy lines, beautiful. And what about our people out there at home? Do we have
Oh, we've got them all flooding in. Darren says, I am determined for it to be the wavy lines. Jordan says it's going to be the yellow circle. Gulfine says the red cross for 3 in a row, while the coroner says it's a green star. Phil Robinson is going wavy lines. Donovan Montgomery says it's a black box. And Kate says Nona would have gone for the red cross. I want to know what you wanted to go for, Kate.
Yeah.
And more so if Amy's playing with you, let
Yes.
us know.
If you have animals in the house, they can play along as well. Anybody, like, this is a good chance to rope in someone, especially if they're cooking dinner and you say, what card's he holding up? What are the choices? Come and watch the show, like and subscribe. You know, the regular rigmarole.
So essentially what I do every Thursday night to my parents.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Speaking of which, what's Shadow think it is?
Shadow, my darling, what do you think Richard's holding up? Hey, oh, you're actually coming over. Oh, hello. You're awake. Hi. Hi.
Wait, friend. Hello,
Well, you know
Shadow.
what? You pick one of my cards and you tell me which one it is.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to go for that one? What's this one? This one here is the black box. Okay, so Shadow's picked the black box.
Black box, beautiful stuff. And we've also got 2 late ones there. Amy says black box, and Kate thinks it's the yellow circle. Well, I gotta say that it's kind of creepy. The coroner's got something going up his skirt, because he got it right. It is the green star. That's right, and you got 2, Josh, didn't you?
I did it! I did
Yes!
something!
I did
Oh
it!
my goodness!
Nicely done!
I did
2 points
something.
on.
Oh my
Nicely
God.
done.
I'd like to thank the Academy, all my fans, all the other stars out there.
Exactly. On
Chloe's
that sidewalk of
plants.
fame.
They're great.
Confetti!
That was great.
Because
wow.
You got it!
Nicely done. And you guys both haven't played before, and I realized last week I was going to mention this to people who have played it before. But for a point each, do you guys know what film that is from? Well, actually, you can have the chance of 3 points. So name the person who's playing it, name the name of the character, and name the film that it's from.
Was that that thing that just came up on the screen?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh. I gotta think about that.
You got it!
Yes, that's all right. If you do know, you don't have to say it all, because it might be one that you go, oh, I know that face.
You got it!
Maybe not in that wig, though, or with those glasses, or with that voice.
Brain popping out of his head.
Yeah, no,
for
that was
some
literally
reason.
just because I had keying issues.
You got it!
And rather than completing it and going back and doing the, visual effects of it, I was like, screw it, I gotta get it out there. I'm putting a brain behind it and a blood splatter effect. But no squirt sound effects. Good stuff. The more you know. It's the more you know, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff. Well, I'm going to do this. If we have anything else that you guys would like to share with our audience out there, we're going to get into our last round of Quiz Arena Live fun with our tournament. And this round is the round that you guys out there in the chat have the chance at winning the accolades of becoming the Quiz Arena champion for this week. You can yell it from the rooftops, yell it into your auntie's ear, deafen her in one ear, and so that she can know that you are the Quiz Arena champion. And of course, this is the chance where our 2 guests are also going to be playing along, but they can help or hinder you. So who knows, they might know their stuff. But the questions, like always, come from the illustrious Rhiannon Elizabeth Irons, who has been hard at work all week getting you the best trivia questions. So there are going to be 10 multiple choice questions with 4 multiple choice answers. All you need to do to play along in the chat is to put the numeral for the correct answer in there, and it should work. If you are playing on Facebook, you might have to type in the whole answer, or just come on over to YouTube and play along with us. Like and subscribe. Oh dear, you tell me once, I'll tell them all the time. Great stuff. Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys would like to share?
Well, Richard, I have a little friend that's just sort of swung by.
Is it a sports friend?
No.
He's Gizmo! He's Gizmo! He's a Mogwai.
Yeah, and he's telling me tonight that we're not going to have any gremlin issues.
Oh, good. Oh, I hope not. We've only had it interrupt us one night during our last tournament, so hopefully, fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
that's because I'm the gremlin.
She's on the side of the wing! Oh, God! Can anybody else see her? Just me? No. Beautiful stuff. Let's start this one off there. Great work. And as well, just give her a reminder out there, whereabouts can the people at home find you, either in the Instagram, Twitterverse, any of them? Yeah, so that would be at Chloe.
I thought that
Guno.
was to Rhiannon because, I don't know why people wouldn't want to follow her, so I got a little bit.
Good point. She's interviewed the stars, exactly. She'll whip out a Freddy Krueger soon.
I can go get him if you want.
Well, with 35 seconds to go, maybe not. Maybe we'll save that for Under the Covers. Oh, it might be a special one. Let's see. But we also
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Exactly. You shared those on your Instas too, so they can check them out there as well. Rhiannon Elizabeth Irons. Beautiful. But obviously, yes, you can find Chloe Guno on Instagram at Chloe Guno, and you can also find Josh out there at JD Belinfante. So get in amongst that. Very, very cool, guys.
And you need to find me. It's only my family who have that surname, so just Google it, and it will be me.
Hey, that's good.
The same as me. Wow, that's look at that.
Yeah.
We're twinning.
Exactly.
All and individual surnames.
High five. Digital air five.
Oh, beautiful. So good to see you as we're about to go into our Quiz Arena Live. Ladies and gentlemen, play along at home. With 9 seconds to go, heading into our Quiz Arena Live tournament. Here we go. Question number 1. Which popular fast food chain mascot chases Michael Jackson in Moonwalker from 1988? 1. The Noid. 2. The Hamburglar. 3. Ronald McDonald. Or 4. Chuck E. Cheese Mouse. Awesome. So what? Have you guys seen Moonwalker?
Yes.
Oh, good. Yes. So I love it. It was one of those films that I ran out the VHS by rewinding Smooth Criminal every time. Great. So what about you, Chloe?
This is an unpopular belief, but I'm not a massive fan of Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow. Okay, very well. So you would not have seen this film then?
Negative.
Negative. Beautiful. It's a stab in the dark.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Which would you
I have a vague recollection of it being the Hamburglar, but it easily could be one. But that could be from an ad that I saw, which was from the same time.
You did do some Pepsi commercials, things like that. But let's lock one in.
Yeah.
Oh, too late. Sorry.
Oh,
These
you
are
did it for
timed
me.
rounds. We've got to be quick on it. Yes.
Oh.
And how do we usually do this? It's 1 point on for a correct answer, 2 points off for an incorrect answer, Ree?
That's it.
That's the one. Nicely done. The answer was the Noid. Do you have a follow-up with this? Because I had no idea what the Noid is.
The Noid was actually Domino's Pizza's mascot.
Oh,
It was
right.
Domino's. So there we go. It was some sort of brand, corporate brand. And Donovan, Gulfiends, Jordan, and Phil all got that right. Nicely done out there. Beautiful stuff as we go into our next question. In the Pacifica 2005, how did they get the duck to bite Vin Diesel's ear? 1. Smear it in peanut butter. 2. Shine a red light at it. 3. It was an accident. 4. Attached a fake earring to it. Ooh, a Vin Diesel question, eh?
I'm gonna say it was an accident.
You're gonna say it was an accident. Nicely done. Awesome. Have you seen this? Is that why you...
No, I'm an animal trainer, so I was thinking what birds are interested in, and I know that emus are interested in like silver, so that's how we get them to peck, but I can't think of what they would like for duckies.
I'm gonna go with 1.
You're gonna go with 1, smearing peanut butter on the old Mr. Ed.
I have not seen this film.
No, neither have I. Beautiful. It's a great question, but also a great thing to bring up too that you're an animal trainer. That's really, really awesome. What's it they usually say? You never work with kids or animals. Have you ever worked with baby animals?
Many times, actually. My favorite was about 30 baby rabbits, and I would just before working with them, I would just lie and let all the tiny floofs just come and cuddle me. It was a great start to my morning.
So it's not as bad as they say.
It's just difficult, and you have to just be aware of what they're doing, especially for film, because you have to like put them back on their mark. Because they don't know what the mark is.
Exactly, yes. Well, the answer, of course, was number 2, shine a red light at it. So congratulations to you, got it out there. Question number 3, which film was inspired by the early Hollywood experiences of Steven Spielberg, who snuck into the Universal Studios lot at young age and began using an empty office as his own production office? 1, The Secret of My Success. 2, The Hard Way. 3, Ruthless People. Or 4, Bright Lights, Big City.
Those are I think those are 3 Michael J. Fox films. So I think it's the first one, The Secret of My Success.
Nice, awesome, good stuff.
Yeah, I was hesitating between that one or the Bright Lights, Big City.
But I can't remember.
I'm gonna go Bright Lights, Big City, just so that at least one of us might have a chance.
Oh, that's nice. I like it. Look, I'm giving you a point just for being nice. There you go. There you go. So good. So The Secret of My Success versus Bright Lights in the Big City. I love Ruthless People as well. I don't know. That's a comedy film with Bette Midler that I absolutely adore. The Secret of My Success. Got it. Who was that?
I got it.
That was Josh. Nice. A point. Nicely done. Ooh,
phew.
At our points, we've got Josh on 21 points and Chloe on 28 points. It could be a deciding round. It could flip. Who knows what could happen, ladies and gentlemen? Nicely done, though. Gulfiends, Jordan, and Phil all got that correct as well. The Secret of My Success. Oh, now I want to go back and watch that too. Yeah.
Great movie. Great soundtrack. Night Ranger. Yes. That was an awesome song.
So good. Beautiful. And next question, number 4. So, you two better brace yourself for a whole lot of ugly coming at you from a never-ending parade of stupid. Is a quote from which musical? 1, West Side Story. 2, High Society. 3, Hairspray. 4, Hair. So, you two better brace yourself for a whole lot of ugly coming at you from a never-ending parade of stupid.
Hairspray.
Yes, a Hairspray. Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Do that song... When I was working in Luna Park, we had to do a dance to that song, and that's ingrained in my memory, and I have such a hatred for it. Motion of the ocean, and oh god.
Whoops.
I get nauseous when just thinking about it. Exactly. There I go again, kids. Great stuff. Can't make a realistic sound effect, so if I do vomit, it'll just sound like... Beautiful.
Please
so which
tell
one are
me
you be
to
saying?
do like the horror ghost side at Luna Park, because that would be fantastic for you.
Yeah, I do a lot of MCing in the Big Top, and I recently found out the site at which I'm usually comparing is the site at which the 3 children were found. Anyway, our answer was Hairspray, and Kate, Gulfiends, Phil, Jordan, and Darren all got that correct. Nicely done. I'd like to point out too, Gulfiends, you are being registered now on the scoreboard, so let's hope that you come through, because you might be passing it with flying colours, especially if you have everybody in the morgue playing along, and I do mean everybody. Beautiful stuff. As we move into our next question, question number 5. Halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. What is the actual name of Dominique Swain's character in Lolita from 1997? 1, Rhiannon Hayes. 2, Dolores Hayes. 3, Charlotte Hayes. 4, Abigail Hayes. So this is a shout out to a Kubrick film.
No.
Well, this is actually originally Lolita was a Kubrick film.
Yeah, but we all know I love Jeremy Irons, and well, he did appear in this remake.
Good point. Have you guys seen this? What would you be thinking?
I think it's Dolores. That sounds right to me, but I'm gonna go for 2.
It's all a haze. It's all in a haze. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's Dolores as well. It's like an old-fashioned name in my head.
Nice. Beautifully done. I can't remember if I awarded you points for the last question. I don't think I did.
Yeah, we got it right.
Yay! Nicely done! Well, in that case, I'm going to give you 2 points. There you go. Nicely done. Beautiful, because you both got it correct. Gulfiends, Kate, Phil, and Jordan all got that correct as well. Good work out there. I should as well say that we do have a choice with Rhiannon to make some of these 50-50. So if you do at any point want to ask the expert, you can do that and throw it out to there. Because we have 4 questions left to go. Do we? Or 5? I can't remember. I'm terrible at math. That's why I'm at the helm. Beautiful. Question number 6. Yes. What is unique about the metal exoscoot in Batman vs Superman from 2016? 1. The boots were platform shoes. 2. No cape. No capes. 3. No bat symbol on the chest. Or 4. Batman can turn his head. So what was unique about the metal exosuit in Batman vs Superman from 2016?
There was no cape from memory.
No
I'm gonna lock
capes.
in no cape.
I saw that film in 4D, and it was literally a roller coaster
Whoa, that would have been insane.
with smell-o-vision. I think. Oh my god!
You can smell
oh
the
my
sweat.
goodness.
Yes.
I think it was no cape. I'm gonna go no cape.
Cool. Both knuckling down with no cape. I like it.
I don't think it's that. I think it was just that it was a silly costume. That's not an option. So
Rhiannon's laughter does not give me much confidence in this moment.
Yeah. What's our answer, Rhiannon?
There's no bat symbol.
Oh, no
on the
bat symbol.
chest.
No.
I was too busy in the smell-o-vision to notice that.
Oh, to be fair, I was too busy loving Jeremy Irons as Alfred.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know, Josh, what Batman smelled like.
Yeah.
They put they put like water pumps on you. The chair moves. It's bizarre. I was in Thailand at the time, and they love that stuff.
That sounds awesome.
It was a sensory overload.
It sounds amazing. Awesome. We've got question number 7 now. In How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, 2003, what song does Andy, Kate Hudson, and Ben, Matthew McConaughey, sing to each other? 1. You're So Vain. 2. Walking on Sunshine. 3. Strangers in the Night. 4. I Say a Little Prayer for You.
Also vain.
Awesome. So you're going to say You're So
I
Vain?
do not remember seeing this film. I feel like it's a Walking on Sunshine kind of thing, but maybe I'll go for Walking on Sunshine. Why not?
Nice.
Oh no, You're So Vain because she's like saying he's bad, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think. Yeah, so 1.
So you're both going 1? Awesome. You're So Vain. Beautiful stuff. Remember, we do have a 50-50 out there too.
Oh.
That's
I
all
might
Go for
want
You're
to
So
save
Vain.
that for what's coming up.
Yeah, we still have 3 questions left, so who knows? Nicely done. What's our answer, Rhiannon?
It is You're So
Ah,
Vain.
good.
Nice. Points! Nice!
I got points.
Yes! And so did Kate, Darren, and Jordan. So nicely done out there. Oh, great, son. So good. And it always takes me back. Strangers in the Night, actually, it reminds me of a video game called Blood. I don't know if anybody else played that out there. A lot of horror film references. And when you would stay idle for a while, it was a first-person shooter like Doom, but he would sing Strangers in the Night, exchanging glances. So yeah, me as a kid, that was my like old reference. And then I discovered the crooners and a decade was lost. Question number 8. What movie has 2 characters loosely based on the real-life murderers Richard Loeb and Nathan Leopold? 1. Stay. 2. Murder by Numbers. 3. High Crimes. 4. Funny Games. I don't know why, but I read 3 as High Society, and I was just imagining, like, Frank Sinatra and everything doing some very naughty things.
How about a 50-50 for this one?
Ooh, 50-50. I like it.
All right. Well, I'm going to knock out number 1, Stay, and number 3, High Crime.
Nice.
Oh,
so
cool.
Either Murder by Numbers or Funny Games. What you gonna lock in?
Go. Oh my god. Murder by Numbers.
Murder by Numbers. Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking that one as well, so
Nice.
lock it in.
Locking it in. Murder by Numbers. Beautiful stuff. Awesome. And it's good to see. I don't know if you guys... we have a game actually called Musician or Serial Killer, which would show you a photo and you have to decide. Murder by Numbers was correct. Points! Nicely done! Beautiful stuff. Awesome. 23 and 30. Nail biting. And out there, Gulfiends, Jordan, and Donovan all got that correct as well. Great stuff. Fantastic.
And the 2 characters were Richard Hayward, which was played by Ryan Gosling, and Justin Pendleton, which was played by Michael Pitt.
Wow.
Michael Pitt would go on to star in the American remake of Funny Games.
Yes, and was he also in Hedwig of the Angry Inch?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. He was the other side. Oh, so cool. Penultimate question. Which movie did famed director Stanley Kubrick call the most terrifying film he had ever seen? 1. The Vanishing. 2. The Shining. 3. Repulsion. 4. Cannibal Holocaust.
Those are some amazing movies.
I know, right?
Repulsion was crazy intense.
Or The Shining as well. That's got to be a
I don't
favorite.
think he would call his own
Yeah.
film
And there
the
wasn't
most
another
terrifying
version
film.
besides his that was out when he was alive. Yeah.
Oh man, it could easily be 1 or 3, but 4 is terrifying. I'm gonna go with 3 just because Repulsion.
No, it's just because you're repulsed by it. I love it. Cool. Good. Going for 3. And Chloe, which would you be saying?
I'm going to go The Shining or The Shinning if we were going from like the Simpsons references.
Yes. So good. Oh, and there's so many things that you could like break down on that film. There's a great channel, Rob Ager, goes a lot into those. Unfortunately, you were both wrong. It's The Shining. Lost 2 points.
No, The Vanishing.
The Vanishing.
Sorry, I said something completely wrong, didn't I?
You said The Shining, my dear.
I was wrong, because otherwise Chloe would have gotten those points. It was The Vanishing. Gulfiends and Darren got it right. Nicely done. Beautiful work. Oh, it's a late night, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Good work. And now into our last question. So yeah, if you haven't played along at home, this is a good chance for you to take a guess and jump in, because you could be right. In The Big Lebowski from 1998, what color is Bunny's convertible? 1, yellow. 2, white. 3, red. Or 4, blue?
I'm going to go with red.
Yeah, good. You're going red?
Yep.
Nice. What about you, Chloe? You could go with whichever preference you wanted if you had a convertible. I know that's what I'm doing now.
I'm thinking like cinematography wise, probably like red for like the speed and the visual effect.
I like that. Yes, you're thinking about exactly how to capture on a film. That's awesome. Oh, I wish more filmmakers thought of that.
Yes, but that's the reasoning behind that one.
Beautiful, awesome stuff. I love it. So yeah, you're both going red. Is that right?
I try to remember. Yeah, that's red.
Nice, beautiful stuff. Correct! So you each got a point for that one. Nicely done. And everyone out there in the chat got it. Gulfiends, Kate, Phil, Darren, Jordan, and Madam. Nicely done. Chugging in there. I like it when, yes, you listen along there and you go, yeah, last question, I'll jump on in there. Well, let's find out who is the head of our leaderboard as we check it out, because each week we get new players, and each week it's always fun that I have to do more mental gymnastics as I read them out. So, coming in 7th place, we have Madame Macabre with 1 point. Coming in 6th, we have Donovan Montgomery with 2 points. Coming in 5th, we have Darren with 4 points. Coming in 4th, we have Kate Miller with 4 points. Coming in 3, we have Phil Robinson with 6 points. Coming in 2nd, we have Jordan Messenger with 8 points. And coming in 1st place, we have Gulfiends with 9 correct answers. Told ya it would happen.
You got it.
You got it. Nicely done. Brilliant work out there. You are the Quiz Arena champion this week. Gulfiends, congratulations. You can run around, the morgue, going wiggly arms all day. Beautiful stuff. And if we look at our scoreboard as well, we have Josh on 22 points and Chloe on 29 points. Yay! Congratulations. Beautiful stuff.
Yippee!
We did it.
Nice. Success. And what we love to see here. So good. And really high scores as well. It's, what's the highest score we've had so far, Rhiannon?
Individually, mine at 42.
I love it how it's
as a group effort, 51 last week.
So you're gonna have
Not
to beat
that I'm bitter about that or anything, but unleash me back into the Quiz Arena.
Yeah, no, all of the things we've been talking about with our end of season spectacular and some of the shows that we've been cooking up in the backgrounds, I think there's going to be a lot of fun things that people will be able to have the chance of seeing. So also, if you are in any of these major cities, you might even have the chance of coming and seeing us live if we get these going ahead all well and good. And you can champion along the Quiz Arena Queen herself, as she might see if she can hold her title up. Who knows, maybe I'm saying too much and putting it on the spot right there. But we will be live streaming those as well, so you'll be able to still play the same fun and games with us on YouTube every week. So we'll just have a whole lot of people drinking in a bar around us going, yay! And hopefully a band. Great stuff.
I'd love to see Rhiannon's revenge.
Yes! I know, right? Yeah. We'll have to get all the top players back, because one of the things that we do, I really want to have as the big prize-winning thing is the 2 top scorers of whatever seasons have to do a lip sync. So it might be to something like... Total Eclipse of the Heart, or a song that we all know, but yeah, you'll have to do a convincing lip sync, and I think that's a lot of fun that everyone will enjoy in, and it'll be sort of like a karaoke crossover. So yeah, the Wheel of Fortunes is a whole karaoke gimmick that one day we'll exploit. But thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody else out there in the chat, we love to see that you're participating and getting in there, and congratulations, you guys are all really, really coming out good with 9 correct answers, 8 correct answers, 6 correct answers. You guys really know your stuff, so Rhiannon's being put hard to the test every week by coming up with the best quiz questions for you guys to be just perfect in the chef's kiss area of difficulty. And we can't thank her enough. So thank you so much, Rhi.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. But if they think this is a cakewalk, we can wait until they see next week.
Ooh, very well. Well, you have to tune in for that one. And I wanted to take this moment as well to thank our fantastic special guests, Chloe and Josh. Thank you so much for coming on board tonight. You were absolutely amazing. And please tell the people out there, Chloe, where can people find you?
This magical thing called the interwebs.
I've heard of it, I think.
Madam Google, she knows all. So just just search my name. It'll pop up in a few times in the next couple of months when I can say some projects.
Yes.
Exciting.
Well, that's it. We'll be seeing you very soon. Confetti.
Indeed. Yeah, which I'm very excited for. So yay.
Oh, yes, and we would love to have you as well, both on again as guests in the future. And of course, we have our special events, escape rooms, which I know I'll be trying to rope in every smart person I know. So you guys will definitely be in there with the points you've accrued tonight. We're wanting you on board as well. So you're more than welcome to come on back, Chloe, at any point.
Yay, because this was fun. I actually can do this one. All right, don't invite me to trivia, but this is fun. And escape rooms I'm good at, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's it. Tell your friends it's not that scary. It's just a bit of fun, and the points really don't matter.
The quiz arena? Yes, I've got this.
Yes! Oh, look, we've got our tagline all ready to go. There we go.
Resume,
oh, no!
Rich.
Contracts!
Good at quiz arena.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you again so much. Beautiful. And Josh as well. Whereabouts can the people out there in the interwebs world find you?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks so much, guys, for having me on the show. This was so much fun and just like a wild night. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter. My website's finesilver.com.au. On Instagram, I'm finesilvermedia. And if you check out my film on SBS, would love to hear from you about what you think about it and if it touched you in some way to pursue something you've always wanted to pursue.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. That's lovely. As well, yes, the links are down there in the description as well. We'll also have new time code captions so that you can skip straight to the area. If it's a game that you want to see played, we'll skip straight to that area. And it'll be up for about a week, and you guys can then see it at your heart's content. And check out those films and those links out there. And please, if you are at home and you did the bashing of the hands before, please join me in thanking as well our two guests, Chloe and Josh. Yay! Confetti! Beautiful.
Thanks, Chloe.
Thank you. And everyone, good night.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you for signing. That's so good. And as well, I already have said thank you to Rhiannon. But Rhiannon, if you're still there, you still there?
Of course I'm still here, darling.
Good. I was hoping you weren't going to run away just yet because you might be running upstairs in a little while. And why might that be?
Well, that's because it's getting close to the time where I take you all to bed. Mm-hmm. Come join me under the covers.
What happens under the covers doesn't always stay under the covers. Join QUIZarenaLIVE host Richard Lovegrove and erotic author Rhiannon Elizabeth Irons for a night of debauchery as they give in to dark desires.
Gotta love how it said stay safe everyone as that came over and how ominous that looked. Thank you, Phil. But of course, yes, if you guys are out there and you want to not end your Quiz Arena Live experience, you can jump on Patreon and join our Under the Covers tier, and you can get access not only to every past episode of the Quiz Arena Live full live streams, so you can watch those at hard content and completely unedited, all gremlins and all, and me without audio for 20 minutes of one of them. But yeah, you can also see all of the previous episodes of Under the Covers, and we also have a lot of special perks that you guys can also get in that. Rhiannon Elizabeth Irons is a writer, and she's currently writing a special treatment of an Under the Covers novella. So you can also have your say in what you want to happen in that stories. It could be fantasies, it could be situations. You might just want to see your name put in a certain 50 Shades of Grey. That is possible. And we've
but better written.
Yes, yes, better written, exactly. But just as scintillating, if that's your thing. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Rhi. Thank you, guests. Thank you, everyone out there at home. My name has been Richard Lovegrove, and you have been watching the Quiz Arena Live. We hope to see you again next week. Same bat time. Same that channel here on YouTube at the Quiz Arena Live. Thanks, guys. Lemmings.
The sun never sets on those who ride into it.
We just gotta keep going.